there was.
Please, no justice. Just up.
Yeah, no justice for the monk, huh? But there you go. But he's getting deported now. So anyway, yeah. But they told him if he's found guilty, he can do his time in Spain.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. So
If we get that option, can I do my time in Australia or something like that?
yeah.
He must have a vitamin D deficiency or something.
Yeah, I think it's he's going to have a instant debt probably if he goes to an Irish prison. Problem.
Yeah.
So because that's what he fought his extradition on. Oh, they'll murder me in prison if I'm found guilty. So they would try. That's grand. You can do your time in Spain in a shitty Spanish prison. I
have an allergy to. Yeah, I have an allergy to razor blades melted onto a toothbrush handle.
I see. If he was truly innocent now, he'd be no fear because he's not going to be going to prison to get killed.
There you go. Yeah. Or if he was an American, he'd have enough money to buy the justice system. So that's the problem with our justice system, unlike the American one. You know, it's just not fair. You just can't buy the results you want. But
corrupt. It's not corrupt enough.
Yeah. So welcome back, everyone. I was assuming that we live long enough that the hutch monk doesn't come after us in the meantime and kill us all before we get the chance to upload this. Might edit that bit out. Yeah, so that's we did.
Don't edit that out. Don't edit that out because he could be. Well, actually, no. We're not live streaming anymore.
He could be one of our. He could be one of our 10 regular viewers.
But we need it there as evidence.
He'll be using those to hide assets from Cab.
Yeah. So we did say it was going to be our last episode tonight, but being murdered by one of Dublin's premier criminal gangs was how we didn't think it was going to end. Mind you, this campaign. Yeah, it's probably par for the course in this game. So okay, so welcome back, everyone, and hopefully. We won't be up till 4 a.m. finishing this off, but who knows? So I've posted a link for the combat tracker, which won't work, and you should all have.
Where's the link?
Yeah, in Discord, in the main chat, should be there.
Main chat.
I can WhatsApp it to you if you want.
I think
the link for Owlbear in the resources.
Yeah, the two links are there. Yeah, Owlbear and the other one. And it should be Adam's up the top. Adam, Jim, Tig, Torvi, and Wacker. So, a recap.
I don't have it.
You don't?
Yeah, do I?
It's in Discord. It's fucking Muppets. There, it's... Okay, I never hit return. I typed it in, but never hit return. So there you go. It's there now. Look, it's there. It was there all the time. Yeah. So, I'm not used to working this car. I'm fucking frozen. I have this weird sensation in my feet are gone numb. I'm not used to fucking shit.
I just realised Phil's in Ireland.
Yeah, it's great.
Weird sensation is wearing socks.
Yeah, I'm actually wearing clothes. Normally, I used to just have a t-shirt on. I was completely naked. I left a lot of skin marks on the shirt.
Winnie the Pooh style.
Yeah. Pooh. Yeah, and Winnie the Pooh marks on the chairs as well. So anyway, last I had to watch back the video because I'd forgotten so long. It was 4 weeks or whatever. So all that happened the last time was you had Carrie, who you thought you'd killed in the 70s, locked onto you as a revenant and travelled to the future, and she had a year to exact her revenge. And you managed to come down this passageway after switching off. So you connected up the body of Mandy Murphy, who was found in the catacombs, and you connected her up to the pump, and her blood was being used to fuel the electric situation. And you switched on the pumps, and you started draining out the water. And as the water drained out, Carrie, as a revenant, appeared back in the tunnel. And you all butchered her, which was very sad for her. So I'm not sure how your health is. I think you're probably all about half health, I would imagine.
Yeah.
So So that's where we left it. And if there's any other questions, That note that you can see on the thing was one of the 2 notes on the notice board. The other one was for starting up the pump sequence. Yeah, that's where we left it. I think that was sort of the rough order of that you were in. Is there any questions before we continue on, or are you happy to trundle along?
I think let me just keep me bearings.
Where are the horses? Oh, there they are.
The horses are over near the canteen.
We met the horse.
Yeah, you looked at them. Yeah, that's the horses. Yeah, Bill and Ben, and you saw that they were being charged by some sort of electric connection to this grid, and that they were at what looked like to be quite full charge, but just didn't do anything with them. You have apart from Johnny No Stars, the tour guide who didn't know anything about these other secret passages, the lapsed cultists or circle of the cult or whatever they call themselves. You have not seen any humans at all. Well, you saw a dead one, Mandy, who you connected her body up to the pump. You saw the Revenant, but everything else that so far you've met in the catacombs has been automated. There was a clockwork dragon and there was clay, other stuff. You did see when you went into the canteen to get the note for starting up the pumps, you did see 2 automatons which were just standing around. One was sitting on a chair and the other one was standing by the pool table. But you, for some strange reason, you didn't interact with them. Normally you would have gone over and kicked them in the bollocks or something just to provoke a fight.
Did we not sneak in invisible or something like that? Did someone not kind of...
there was some... I can't remember. I'm not going to watch back to all that stuff. Maybe the monk
Jim
will
saw book.
Maybe the monk will
Jim saw
text us.
book on the ground and got very excited.
Oh,
and
that's
it was a
right.
mimic.
It was a mimic, yeah. Yeah. So,
big old book.
So that was a bit of... So that's what you've done. Is there any other questions on anything else, or do you just want to just power on in?
I'm trying at the minute.
What are we doing again?
Did we stop the water, or have we gone back to?
We're draining the water out of the lake at the moment.
It's draining again, isn't
Yeah,
it? Okay, yeah.
Not out of the lake. It wasn't out of the lake per se, Dunica. But the lake, the tunnels have, like when the carry started tunneling out this place, they obviously weren't too worried about, like, some of the gradients are down lower than the other ones, so the water was just sort of naturally falling from the lake into the tunnels. So she had some pumps built all around the place, and that's what they were draining the tunnels from the sort of natural, and when you switched off the pumps, the water just started filling in up the tunnel. So that started to go down, and while you were fighting...
This shimmering body of water we see at the top of the map, that's not draining down, that's just staying as it is.
That's a perpetual lake. Yeah, there's 2 lakes that you've discovered. There was the one just above the where the organ is, and there was the one over to the right of that, yeah, as Dunica's pointing there, or whoever's that purple is. So there was that other little lake, so there's those 2. But this is all linked up to the Dublin water and the Poddle River, so it flows all under this... thing. But so yeah, it was extra water, if you like, that was overflowing into the tunnels that you were draining. So the tunnels... sorry.
No, I actually only just noticed, because I think initially when we came to this map, I had been missing a session, and I've only just noticed there in the
big
top
boat.
left. Oh, Jesus, sorry, no, I was...
The big boat, is it?
No, not the... Well, the boat, no, is that the river is actually flowing out, or is flowing into?
Yes, there is another tunnel there that you all got very excited the first week about the boat, and we're going to go off in the boat, and then you all decided you couldn't be asked about the boat. So yeah, that boat there, yeah. So leave the boat alone. So the ghost boat. So yeah, you all got excited about the boat on the shore, and then in typical fashion ignored it. But when you figured out how to get there, you said, yeah, whatever. You went off, I don't know, getting stuck to books instead.
Sounds about
Boaty my boat face, yeah. So, any questions before we start? Yeah, that trapdoor is there to show you. That was where the
I was.
We'll put it back. Put the trapdoor back. Yeah, it was.
Where was it again? Because I moved it when I was scrolling.
It was around there. Yeah, exactly.
There, yeah.
So, okay. Any questions?
No.
Okay.
You can shit out.
Yeah. So, and Ray's gone already. Yeah. Right. So you're standing in the tunnels. You've just gotten over your combat with Carrie, and you hear a barking in the distance.
Hello, not happy. Not sure what he's barking at.
Yeah. Was it Baloo? Is it?
Yeah, I'll go check that.
Yeah.
Can I ask a question?
Sorry, Becky.
Can I ask a question?
Of course you can.
We discussing about whether or not we should use the watch to try and go back in time and kill.
She's dead now.
Or is she dead now?
The watch doesn't.
Or we go and try and kill Bono.
The watch doesn't allow you go back in time. The watch just slows time down outside of your bubble.
Mhm.
The only time traveling thing you have is the book.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Is that the only time traveling thing we have?
The only time thing that you have discovered. Well, you're going to move naturally forward in time at a rate of 1 second per second.
We did have portals as well at one
Unless you use the stopwatch, then it's less.
Yeah. Now remember, you've used the watch. The watch was an hour, and it counted down. So you haven't tried it since, so you don't know what the story is with that. Where you're going to have to get some children and drain their brain fluid and insert it into the watch, which I've no doubt you would probably do because you seem to have no compassion at all.
Was there any we found in the tunnel to use their brain juices? Could be Mandy. Was Mandy young enough for us to use her brain?
Mandy was in her mid to late 20s. She was a journo.
Oh.
Yeah. So she had no imagination because she was a journalist. Well, I suppose some of them are great. John Waters has a great fucking imagination. Gemma O'Donoghue as well. But right. As you are standing there, Donica, you notice there's some cracks in the wall beside you. There's two little slots in the wall. Yeah, I wouldn't stand that close to them. That's a little hint there. And as you're standing there, you start to see something. They start this red liquid, not blood, but red, and it starts getting warmer and warmer. Liquid starts oozing out of the walls, and you notice it's you notice nothing. However, Torvi, you rolled a 1. Torvi notices standing there that it looks like lava is starting to come out of the wall.
Get on the boat, people.
Yeah.
This looks like lava.
And as the lava is coming out of the wall, you start to notice that it starts taking up the form of a humanoid.
Oh, fuck.
Fuck's sake.
And it morphs over the passage of a couple of seconds into these two creatures, and they look like they're sort of smiling. They look like clowns. And you're right, Adam moves backwards slightly. They're a bit like Ronald McDonald after he's eaten way too many burgers, and it looks like he's actually been eating his own products because he looks fairly fucked and haggard.
So like Raj on crack.
Yeah. So it's the way like Ronald McDonald only works and they retire him out after a couple of months, and he's never allowed to work in So this is what he does be like after retirement. So they start coming out, and one of them goes, "Are you the ones that switched off the water?"
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, and the other one goes, "Oh, thank you." And the first one says, "Oh, we owe you gratitude, so..."
You're very welcome.
Why were you locked in there?
Who are ye?
No, we weren't locked in there. We're lava children.
Oh, lovely. Children.
How's your brain?
Children, you say?
Yeah. Oh, we're made of pure lava. We're
and they have brain juice in that lava.
We're very young. We're only 4 million years old each.
Oh, no.
But we were brought. Yeah. So yes, we don't like the water. So anybody who gets rid of the water, even though you're the ones that fucking caused it in the first place, anyone that gets rid of the water, yes, we want to thank you.
Oh, well, you're very welcome. Is there anything you could help us with while we're down here?
Oh, there's loads we could help. Oh, and then Lily goes, "Oh yes, yeah, you could make some big explosions for us.
Big explosion.
Big explosions.
Yeah,
We like explosions, but we can't go near where they keep the explosion stuff.
Oh,
Where
where's that?
Oh, it's over the other side. It's over the other side. It's to the southeast of the caverns. There's a tunnel there, but you don't need to go there. The horses are the only ones that can go in and get the explosives, but they won't listen to us. They don't work for us because we're not humans.
Oh, so you didn't know where to go, the horses.
The horse, yes, that's why the horses are there. As per the note that was stuck on the canteen, which is completely ignored, and it's still there in big yellow.
No, we could go back down and get the horses.
Oh
and get
yeah,
the
you could make a big bang, and we could make an explosion, and we could get more lava up.
And where do you think we should make this
Okay,
explosion?
would that be
Anywhere.
good?
Anywhere. Oh, explosions are always good. We like explosions. There's not many in this country that we're now in. There's not many explosions. There's no volcanoes.
Well, there's no harm in having explosives on us.
Yeah.
I have we put them somewhere we know where they are if we need them, like in the boat.
And it goes and Lily gets a bit excited about because we normally come from places where there's a lot of volcanic stuff, but that awful evil woman who made these tunnels and she brought up all the lava to use as her power, and we got trapped and we can't get back, and we're stuck in this wet, damp, miserable country land.
Oh well, we killed her. So.
Oh, she said, oh, she was very mean. Oh, we didn't like her at all. She kept on throwing. She's the she wants that big nasty sleeping creature. She's trying to get to him and trying to wake him up, but we don't like him. He's all water. We don't want him. You're not here. You're not here to help him, are you? And they get very. You can see as that they're sort of getting quite steamed up and getting quite agitated. You're not here to help him. We don't like people that likes him.
No, we're trying to get rid of him. Trying to kill him.
Oh, okay. We don't like him. He's water. He's too much water.
Why don't you like him?
Because he's water.
Okay, and where is he now?
He's sleeping. He's sleeping in his bed of water. He's at the seabed with Davy Jones. Yet he's from the monkey.
And how was she trying to wake him up?
Oh, she was going to sing him songs on the big machine that makes the noise there, but we kept on melting through the cables so that she couldn't do it, and she got very cross with us, and that's why she started flooding the tunnels with water to keep us out.
Oh, you're very good. That's a good job you did there.
Yeah.
So that's how she summons him. So we shouldn't play that unless we want to blow him up.
I think she.
That evil creature that's sleeping in the water. Why don't you just? I mean, if he's sleeping, can you destroy him or can you not?
Oh no, he's a god. We wouldn't be strong enough, and we can't go near water. We just go. It makes us go all old and slow, and like all this stone around us. This was all once like us, long before we were born. Maybe 100 million years before we were born, this would have been all lava, and the water got to it and made it all hard. And we don't like the water. Water's our enemy. You don't like. Do you like the water? Do you like the water?
No,
I can't even swim.
That's why we. That's why we. So, where exactly is he sleeping? Do you know where?
Yeah, he's sleeping. He's sleeping over there somewhere. Over there in that big rock there, there's a big deep pool of water, and he's asleep in there.
Okay. Okay, so we.
Yeah, we could.
We could fill the boat with explosives.
And making the music is obviously that's how you wake him up with the organ.
Yeah, we're gonna have to beat him between us and Morrigan and play the music.
So why don't you? You say he's made of water. And why would you not want him to wake up? What would he do if he wakes up?
Well, he's not made of water. He lives. He's a god of water, and he will turn the whole planet into water, and he'll flood everywhere as for his domain, and he'll eat everybody and everything and all the mountains, and they'll all be covered by water, and he'll put out all the fires in the heart of the earth.
No. Then Dennis Hopper will rule, and we'll have to team up with Kevin Costner. Bloody nightmare.
We all know how that ends.
Yeah, with a huge budget and a flop.
We'll all be drinking our piss.
Pish. And they go, anyway, they say it's getting too cold here, we must go back to the warmth of under our tunnels.
Can we give you a shout to help us out?
Oh, yes, we're always maybe sometimes nearby.
Okay.
And Lily goes, she goes, yeah, please make loads of explosions anyway, no matter what.
Okay, we'll do Lily.
And they drift back, as you see, they sort of dissolve back into the walls.
I see.
Right then, so we know that there's a rake of explosives.
Sorry. Ray, Wacker, you hear something going overhead? There's a rumble, like this, and you hear in the distance a whistle going, choo choo.
Yeah, I can hear the whistle.
And Jim goes, I think that's called being railroaded.
I mean, I don't want, maybe I'm alone here, but for some reason, I mean, how is it that those little lava people are the strangest thing that we've come across? I mean, we fought the Virgin Mary, and
You ain't no virgin.
fucking Molten McDonald here. Yeah.
Should we get the explosives, you think?
We'd be mad not to, yeah.
Yeah, are we gonna have to blow a hole?
What could possibly go wrong?
Yeah, what
But
could
like, we can't possibly kill Jormungandr, can we?
we need them hard, don't we?
Well, not with conventional ordnance anyway. Probably not. No.
We need a harp.
Mark,
Not
Mike.
if you stick dynamite.
Which I have. Don't I?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
So the heart kills him, does it?
And maybe it enchants him in some way and makes him exposed there for us to blow the fuck out of him.
I don't even know if we can. I mean, Torvi herself might know a bit more, but I mean, is it even possible to kill Jormungandr, or we just essentially have to put him back into a deep sleep? Is it even something that even another god could kill?
Yeah, that's what she said, wasn't it? You have to put him back.
Just kind of eternal,
Yeah.
I'm going to give Becky, I'm going to give Torvi some information there that you would know. I don't know WhatsApp it to you.
I had got it written down, but
Well, I was pissed off because I remember in that fight against Carrie, because I wasn't sure. It went quite well for us. I think she got bad rolls and we got good rolls, but I used my one level 4 spell slot. I used invisibility, I think, right near the beginning, and then it was over in like a round or
a couple of rounds.
Second.
I don't.
No, actually, have I used my? Actually, yeah. If we take a short rest before we go into any kind of boss fight, I can actually get that.
The thing about your commander is you can't kill him, but you can put him to sleep. And the longer he sleeps, the fewer followers he has, the weaker he'll get.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we should probably take a short rest on the boat, even.
Yeah. I mean, I assume they've stirred him up
for a short rest?
at least that he's.
Oh, actually, do we have a short rest?
I don't know.
As
With the watch, maybe.
As Larry, sorry, go on, yeah.
Is that some sort of, the longer he sleeps, the fewer followers he has?
Yeah,
And obviously, we're in modern or contemporary time here. So, and we haven't seen any followers other than Carrie right now. So if we finish everybody off and leave him asleep, he's effectively done and dusted. Nobody's following him.
Yeah, if you remember, Morrigan at the start was quite weak because there wasn't many people following the Celtic fate anymore. So that's why she was weak. And she got stronger throughout the adventure because you restored the Celtic nations and that. So, the logic is that as Jormungandr is forgotten about in these parts, the less and less, like the longer he sleeps, the deeper he'll sleep. The fewer followers, the deeper he sleeps.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And the cult were just over the centuries working to stir him up and
we don't know how many cult members there are left.
But maybe there's none left, and maybe we'll come across.
Maybe we just caved the place in.
Johnny knows.
He said it was no real kind of like people weren't really following it. Really, it was more so like
he liked the parties.
Carrie keeping it alive.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah,
he liked the parties.
And stuff, but no one really believed any of that shit. He said his parents that were sort of into it, but his generation weren't. They just had they used to get a day off school and stuff and have parties down in.
But as you say, I mean, you could. As someone else was saying, I think you could fill the boat with explosives, row it out there, cause a cave, and maybe hopefully the ceiling might come down over the deep lake. And then, if any Norse cultists want to come around, that's it's a little bit of tunneling they'll have to do to locate him.
Remember that's what she did. She basically, we know over centuries has built these tunnels. Maybe that was to uncover where he was last buried by, guys like us. And then we just need to, bury him again. We're not going to kill him. We just need to entomb him again. And so explosives will be a big part of that. And enchant them or weaken them or do something.
I suppose we might as well head in the direction of the explosives anyway. Or maybe should we take a peek around the corner at the pool, or do we go straight to the explosive? Because who knows what we might find there? Do you know what I mean? We could be planning and something else might appear.
The two boys have been sabotaging the organ or the piano. So do you want to just make sure that that's out of action? And then do we want to have another look at the canteen? Maybe we've kind of brushed over it. It seems to be a fairly big.
Yeah, I mean we have to go around to get the horses. The canteen's just around the corner. So.
Yeah, we kind of brushed over it. We like it seems to be like of all the areas we skipped through, like it seems to be the area that there might actually be something there that we skipped over. Like, it seems to be whatever they were doing or whatever they were using this place for. It's probably the only place we're going to find information.
All of them two robots.
Yeah, but what's in the corner? Like a cell or something like that we never.
Yeah,
kitchen.
Yeah, there's those two in there as well, the robotic lads.
Yeah, we got off. That was often okay. So that note about the explosives in the notice board we went in with the watch, and we slowed time so they wouldn't come after us. Or something.
That's what it was.
I think you kept the bubble at the door, and I think somebody went over to notice board, so you actually didn't.
Whacker ran in or something.
Yeah, and kept 25. Yeah. Or you used mage. Was it mage? I can't remember. Yeah, but you actually.
Yeah, I think someone with an invisible.
Yeah, or something like that. That was it. Yeah.
Yeah, my invisibility might still have been up.
Definitely only one of us went in anyway.
Yeah, I think it was Ben because the invisibility lasts an hour, doesn't it? And you were still invisible, I think.
Yeah, I'd say it's worn off at this stage, but it's an hour, I think. Oh no, do you know what? No, because the one I used, the greater invisibility, it isn't concentration, but it only lasts a minute. But you can still cast spells and stuff while you're invisible. I think Whacker, because Whacker has mage hand, doesn't he? I think Whacker might have gone in and.
If you stay much longer in that tunnel, you're going to get pneumonia and die.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't move. It's been a half hour, we've done nothing.
Yeah.
I'm going to back of the piano or the organ there, Phil, and I'm just going to see are the cables color damaged.
So the cables are fairly. You can see they have been burnt and they've been repaired and they've been burnt into it. Now the last time you went past, Wacker did try and play it, but there was no sound out of it, and it was because there was no air. There was a manual pump at the side to pump air into it, but you didn't try that. So you did try and press a key on it, but nothing happened. So whereas this time you can hear a motor, you can hear a compressor or something running in it, so it's making a noise from it. But as you're standing there looking at it, you can hear footsteps. Wacker can hear footsteps coming around the corner from this direction, and around the corner you see appears somebody that Jim tried to chat up before. We haven't seen it since the 70s, and it's Kirkwood, and she goes, there you are. She says, she said, at last, I told you I'd see you again at your greatest hour, your highest need. She said, and here we are. Now she's looking a bit older, obviously, because you left her in the 1977, and it's 2022 now, so she's a bit older, but she's looking not bad. Like, she's kept her age quite well. Kept her. She goes, is that Scottish fella? I don't see him here with you, Wacker. Is he gone? Did he die or something?
He's still here.
All right, okay. So,
Jim, let's go in. Come up.
Yeah, he's whispering to Ty. He's like, she's asking about me. I'm in now.
No, I think she's had 45 years of nightmares.
yeah. So
still in with a chance.
So you found your way. You found your. I don't know how to do a Norse accent. Yes, you found your way. Yes, down here. You well done. I knew you'd make it.
One possible, and then fine.
She says there doesn't seem to be many people around. I don't know what happened to the cult.
Well, we can't find any, but we killed Carrie again.
We've killed many over.
So Carrie was back.
Yeah.
I thought we'd seen the last of her in 77. I should have known. Bitch wouldn't stay dead.
No, she's dead now.
She goes, so what happened the last time I saw you? You were heading to the 80s to get the harp fixed. Did you get it fixed?
Yeah, we have the harp.
We have the harp. It is fixed.
Oh, excellent. And who is the harpist?
That's myself.
Yeah. She says, may I see the harp? I mean, we quested long for parts of it. May I see it?
Don't give it to her.
Jim
Jim
puts a.
She still Carrie's sister, like.
Jim is saying, he's like, now look, I'm a con artist for a living, basically, I know a long con when I see one. Let's not be too hasty.
700 years in the making.
Yeah,
I've already cost us 2 hours of this game once.
Yeah.
What's my? Is there any way I can tell whether she's being deceptive or anything? It's nice.
I don't. You tell me. I don't know what your abilities are.
What would I roll if I was to cut insight? Would it be or?
Yeah, you just put insight versus if someone's being deceptive, then it's usually like deception versus insight. But that's if obviously you've no way of knowing whether they're
There is you're obviously not the only person in the party that can ascertain whether she's being truthful or not. So
Jim's getting suspicious. Yeah.
In insight, perception and insight. Yeah. So and I'm standing. So can Wacker? Can I roll this and see if we?
Yeah, but unless you have some sort of magical ability, you're just going to be going off a dice roll. Do you have anything that you can add to it? That's going to be actually guaranteed. You're not guaranteed, but I mean, have you anything that I don't know, good or evil or detect magic? Well, no, I don't think you've good or evil. I think you've detect magic, wasn't it, Dunica? You'd something.
Yeah, I can detect good and evil, but I don't really know if that's.
Yeah.
I just asked
Yeah,
why she wants
I
it.
think that's more like find on, like it tells you if there's undead or demons or.
Tiger, when I met you, we found the strings. We found the strings in 18 something or other, and then we went off. And I'm just curious to see what it looks like.
Well, we're just a bit skeptical after the, weird and wonderful things we've
I'll
been
just take
seeing.
out. I'll just show her from a distance. Like I'm a good
Yeah.
what 10, 15 feet away from her there. I'm just going to take out and just literally show it to her. Like, look, it's
Okay.
a harp.
She goes, if it's okay, may I hold it just so I can get a better look at it?
No.
No, I'm not too sure about that. We've been through too much now to be just handing this around.
Oh, okay, I understand. Tig, I'm going to text you something there now. Tig, I'm actually typing Tig into fucking WhatsApp. Tig, what the fuck? And your name isn't Jimmy either. What the fuck am I at?
So, no, I get it open there.
Yeah, sorry, 2 seconds here.
I just want to make sure I've made. Yeah, I do. I've made armor on still.
Have it open now, innit?
Please, may I see it for a moment? She says to you.
I go on for a crack.
I mean, it seems to, it's of my time, and I would just like to have a quick look at it.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of yeah. I think it can't do much harm. So I'm gonna.
Can Jim?
Yeah,
Jim is gonna quickly cast detect magic.
Okay.
Just in case you can have to search it back.
Yeah, and I'm
See if
standing by.
Tig has been charmed or something.
Okay, so yeah, you can roll. You can do a roll.
He
there,
changed
whatever,
his
yeah.
mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After he got a WhatsApp message, is it?
I know he was just saying no, and then he was like, "Gosh, I can't do any harm."
yeah.
Yeah, fuck it. I'll use the spell slot. Let's just make sure that that's used up. The only thing it would do though is within 30 feet. You see a faint aura around any visible creature or object in the area that bears magic, and you learn its school of magic, if any.
Absolutely, there is no. There is nothing. There's nothing.
Okay, he's calm for the time being. Then he's just got kind of paranoid that she might have, or maybe that she might have been. Like he was paranoid then, as like, is this Carrie in disguise or something? Is she back?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But let's just see what happens.
Yeah, he's calm now for the time being.
Yeah, I'm just going. I'm just look. Why don't we just all walk up together and she will all be right next to her. Like, we'll just give it.
Can I just say, Wacker's standing obviously close to the Kirkwood here, and we're all a bit hesitant about handing over the harp. So, can I, in the game, can I be stood at the ready if she makes any, suspicious moves or dashes away?
Yes.
That ready to throw a spell. I don't want to throw it at this stage. I'm waiting to see her reaction.
Yeah, of course you can.
I'm ready as well to cast command.
I'm ready.
I'm gonna walk up, I suppose, with Whacker, I suppose, because we're the closest, I suppose.
And I haven't shot.
I have it out. I have it out in my hand. I'm just kind of like, I'm still holding it fairly tightly, like.
Yes, yeah.
It's kind of showing her. So I'm supposed. Yeah, I'm within 5 foot there, so I'll just.
Yeah, I texted you some more stuff there, Mikey, which I don't think you've seen.
I have.
Is it hurry up and give her the fucking harp because the game will otherwise?
Yeah, well, look, I'm standing in front for now with the harp. I have the harp kind of presented in front of me, kind of showing her.
She goes, may I take it for a moment?
I hand it out like.
Jesus,
okay, as soon as she grabs the harp, she shoots up into the air and vanishes.
Not give it to her.
And she appears over the other side. Actually, I'll just move where she is. And she basically plane shifted, so you just wouldn't have had a reaction to it. So sorry, confirm. So she shimmered and appeared over by the boat here. And as you watch her, she throws the harp up into the air. So the harp starts traveling. And it gets to about here. And she lets out this fireball that Chewie used to do all the time with the magic missiles. And it just hits the harp. And it just disintegrates into about 400 different pieces of wood. And it flames up and lands and starts on the water. Little flames, and it goes tss, 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 all the bits of it. And it sinks the constituent parts, which are now, it wasn't 3 or 4 pieces at the start, just sink hundreds of pieces down below the water. And she starts laughing at you, and she goes, "Now fuck off out of here."
You bitch, and I just shoot at her with me shotgun twice.
Okay.
Oh,
So, you're 35 feet. I can't remember your range of your shotgun, Becky.
30 and then 90.
So yeah, you're at half. You're at disadvantage, so.
Where's the air pump for that organ, Bill?
It seems to be in it. There's cables are going into it, but it seems to be in it.
We're gonna fucking wreck this thing so before anyone gets a chance to play it.
22, so.
At disadvantage?
Yeah.
So, no, what was your worst dice roll of the two?
Oh, hold on. Sorry. 8.
8, yes. So, yeah, nothing. She's just laughing at you. The shot sort of just go, the buckshot just sort of goes wide of her. And you, all of a sudden, I have to see what the range of this is. So, Dunik, while you're doing that, so she, I have to see what the range of this is. Okay, so Dunika, you feel this shimmer come upon you, and you're shimmering as you're at the thing, and you suddenly, everything goes black around you, and you vanish from sight, and that's not where you wake up. I'm moving, you can't move the map in one go. You end up down there. So you've just been teleported away. So sorry, I just have to mark that off for spell slots. You're using up all her fucking spells, and she's not. The poor girl isn't even in combat, yeah.
Damn it!
Jesus.
So we have to destroy this. Do we have to destroy this organ? Yeah.
Just
Smash it, or cut the windows at the back anyway, at a minimum. I can't talk to you, I'm far away.
Yeah. So she starts. Oh, no, she just uses up. She flies across the water and uses up another fucking spell slot. So much for all her innate spell casting. Okay, so that's 2 gone. Another one of them gone. Right. Okay, so yeah, she appears over by the organ and she's laughing away at herself, and she starts cracking her knuckles and puts an opening chord. And the place gets, and she goes, she says, "I'm here till Thursday, I'll take requests." And starts laughing. She goes, put some bread in my jar. And she plays the opening chords of The Piano Man by Billy Joel. And it starts laughing to herself. And she goes, "I would suggest you fuck off out of here before you meet your thy doom." And as you're doing that whacker, behind you, you notice a bit of you notice a bit of shimmering, and it's one of the lava children appears behind you, and she goes, "You said she was dead. You said you killed her."
Well, we thought we killed her.
"You said you killed the old woman that was making all the tunnels and the water. You said you killed her loads of times. You lied. I don't like people that lie."
We thought we killed her. Is this her?
Or is her
This
sister?
is yes.
killed
This is the
Gary.
evil woman. This is the evil woman that has been hurting us all along and building these tunnels.
Right, well, go ahead,
Jim's gonna
Anna.
say, "Well, I'm very sorry. Allow us to rectify our mistake." And he is gonna cast Mind Spike on Kirkwood at second level.
Okay, and that's wisdom save, isn't it?
Wisdom save 15. I feel like her wisdom save is gonna be good.
Yeah, she just goes. She goes and just like if she just goes like that, and it has no
I'll
effect.
double check. I don't think is it half. It is half on success. So I'll just.
Oh no, yeah.
Oh, is it? She just.
She's
is that?
she's invulnerable.
Yeah. I know. I think I know what you did, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking.
So she's going. She's saying, Jim, you never had a chance with any of your little spikes.
Can I shoot her?
You can try. Yeah, you can. Yeah.
I think. Does Donica have the book? Who has the book?
Donica has the book. He's walking
Right.
along.
It might be page ripping time. It might be reset, and not give her the harp. I'll see how we do after a round or two.
I don't know where Donica is. He's still wandering around the tunnel.
Turn around the back.
I assume Adam has. I think Adam has the book, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I'm not talking to you, so I don't know what's going on.
Yeah. I'm just wondering, like, because obviously, if someone else had it, Jim might go for
We
it.
use the stopwatch.
No, we
But if nothing else, I'll be there straight away.
Yeah, and because we still have even if we tear the pages out and stuff, the stopwatch still only has a finite. I don't remember how much was left in it. We didn't really. Did we have an exact measurement really of how long we had?
When you activated the watch, it went up to an hour, and then it started counting back, but it didn't show how many charges there was in it.
Yeah.
Cracker's just going to turn to Torby and say, shoot the organ. Stop her playing the organ. Let's see if we can damage it to shut it up. Shoot it.
I mean, if nothing else is
15 shoot the organ.
15 would hit the organ. It's quite a big organ. Yeah. So yeah.
2 barrels, haven't you?
Yeah. That's 12 damage on the first one.
Okay. So as Torvi is shooting off the shots at the organ, and they're going bing bing, all the little are going ping 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 around the place. Donica, from where you are, you notice the 2 automatons from the canteen have started. Actually, they've gone. They haven't gone that way. They're going this way. They go past the tunnel, the top of the tunnel where you were. Did you see them?
Yeah, I see them.
So
which way are they going? They're going this way, is
They're
it?
actually going that way. Yeah.
You going for the horses?
Well, they're going that, and that's the way back around into where we are.
So,
isn't
and
it?
as they go past, Donica loses sight of them.
I'm gonna follow them.
Okay. So they'll probably get to about there. I'll just by the time you catch up, so you can see them now. They're just ahead of you.
Jim is gonna try do what the lava children did, and he's gonna
Melt into the rocks.
try burning hands. Yeah, he's gonna try burning hands on the cables in
Okay.
the organ.
Right. So
A second.
It's a deck save for the cables. I don't
Okay.
know.
yeah, look, the cables aren't going to be able to save you burning through it. And as you burn off the insulation, you come in touch with the copper, and you take 7 damage, electrocution.
Yeah.
And the cable is all you've done is you've rendered the insulation a bit off.
It
one
doesn't touch. He shoots kind of like a flamethrower out of his hand. So when he's still, if he's not in contact with the wires.
All right. Okay. So yeah, the insulation.
Sorry,
melts
it's like
yeah. So the insulation starts melting off them.
Ty's going to try and grab her and just try and pull her off the
Off the organ.
away from the organ.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we'll do. Let's do it. And she's going. Yous are beginning to annoy me now. Okay, right. So she's 18 plus 4, by the way, is her constitution. So go on, roll your strength test.
Oh yeah. Strength. Yeah.
What you got?
6.
Okay.
I am also 18 plus 4.
Yeah, go ahead. So yeah, no, you don't. She just smacks you. She rolled an 11.
Over.
So she just gives you a smack, and yeah. Okay, so as that's happening, sorry, I must just move to Donica. We'll move up there, Donica. We'll just, and the rest of you, just to speed up a bit of time here because it'll take forever. The rest of yous, well, you just can't see, but Donica, yeah, they're coming across. They're heading towards where the organ is, or where you guys are.
I'm going to try and charge up the spear.
Okay.
No.
Okay, I'm gonna let out a kind of a warning shout at this point, Phil.
Okay.
I keep trying to charge up my spear.
What are you warning? So you're going to say they're coming around the corner?
Yeah, they're coming right at you.
Who's coming around?
You automaton.
We have enough on our plate around here.
Coming.
And Lily, as she sees the automatons, vanishes back into the rock.
Oh, she's a great out that one is.
Yeah. So, yeah, they walk past at the shoreline of the water. They're going to go past you unless anybody's going to do anything. But they don't seem to be.
I'm gonna stab one of them in the back. Oh no, actually, it could be. Yeah, probably could. I'm just gonna drive my sword into the back of one of them.
Okay, so Marv, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I must just get them up there. What the fuck are they called again? Yeah, sorry, no, I had to. I need to get the sheet up. I forgot what I used for them. For the stat block, they are.
We just randomly. And we don't have combat, are we? We're just shooting and randomly.
Yeah, we haven't. You haven't got because Carrie or Kirkwood, sorry, has just been ignoring you. She's not even seen this as even warrants her attention. So that's why we haven't gone into combat yet.
Okay.
So, sorry, I'm just looking for these guys because I just need to get their stat blocks up.
I'm just going to go mad shooting at chicken.
And
would it have been worth going turning back off the pump because the organ didn't work with the pump off?
Good call.
Yeah. You could. Who's down the end of the line there? Shout that down to them. The organ's not, or the pump's not that far away. Unplug Mandy.
Okay, Jim's gonna start.
Unplug Mandy.
Yeah.
Or just press the stop button. Yeah.
Sing your out title, Phil.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, how did we? Yeah, can he get in? He has to.
Oh, what the fuck are
Bill,
these?
Wacker's got. I have a potion of healing. I'm going to drink me potion of healing before.
Okay.
Well, you just had to climb over the. We did climb over the pump, didn't we?
Yes, you did. Yeah.
Like we just climbed
Oh,
over
I know what
the
they are.
pump.
Sorry, I know where I have their.
But is it still? Because you remember that door was. The door
Yeah, we don't
was
need to
blocked.
unplug Bendy though. We just need to climb
No,
over
you
this and
just-
turn
yeah,
basically
just have
the
to
off
pump.
switch.
Yeah, we could
This
just.
was an off switch. This.
Because you
Oh,
might need
sorry,
to
the
start
pump-
back
yeah,
up
We
with
did.
the
We did just climb over it.
Sorry, I thought you. Yeah. I was thinking.
animated
Yeah.
armor. Sorry, that's what I used for these guys.
So is Jim? Is he able to stop if he switches off? So why switching off this?
Okay,
Switching
so
off the-
Donica, what did you roll? You're attacking Marv, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'm gonna attack.
You not got one?
13.
Okay, so that doesn't do anything after all that. Sorry.
Okay, I'm just going to shoot at them. I'm just going to be shooting.
Okay, if you're going to start attacking every, shooting stuff around, I think we need to go into I think we need to go into combat. So let me just get everybody on the tracker there. Right. Okay. So let's go. So anyway, Kirkwood goes right. Enough. I told you to fuck off. You're starting to annoy me all, and so let's go into combat. So shout out your Dunica. What did you roll?
Initiative.
Yeah, initiative.
I got 4.
Oh, which is actually what the system rolled for you, Jim. Jim is gone.
Sorry, 2 seconds, Phil. I just have to send a message.
Yeah,
I just have to send a message.
The wizard has gone behind the curtain again. So, Mikey, what did you roll there?
I rolled 22 because I get advantage on
Okay.
my.
Torvi?
14.
14. Ray?
15, sorry.
Sorry?
Whacker's 9.
I got 15, Phil, sorry.
15, okay. And we're just waiting for the Wizard of Oz to come back out of the curtain there.
Watching the neighbours.
Yeah.
Is he peeping?
Yeah, he's...
Do a bit of peeping.
Yeah. If you don't come back in 3 seconds, I'm going to roll initiative for you. 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, I actually was.
Go on.
Sorry, guys.
I rolled an 11 for you, by the way. What did you get?
I got 12 plus 1, 13.
13. Okay,
Sorry, I had to fix my.
Okay, so Tig, you're up. Kirkwood is not showing up on the thing for some reason. Okay, so yeah, they're all showing up there now for you guys. Tig, what do you want to do?
Okay, so I am going to, as my bonus action, I'm going to rage.
Okay.
And where am I? Well, if I run past, to be honest, if I run past Kirkwood, I'm going to get attacked by her anyway, aren't I?
Yeah, you're very close to her. Unless you go around the other side of the organ, which 5, 10, 20. Well, Becky will move out of the way for you. Or, sorry, Torvi will move out of the way for you. You can go past Torvi, like. You can through her square.
Yeah, I want to skirt past Kirkwood after they did the backhander she gave me when I tried to grapple her.
Yeah.
And I'll attack the Marv here.
Okay.
Sorry, actions. So it's been so long since we played as him. I get 2 attacks, isn't it?
Should do it at that level, yeah.
Yeah, sure. Level 7 or something, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm just trying to remember what way it works out. This, yeah.
And if you do the frenzy rage, if you go frenzy when you enter the rage, you'll get a bonus action attack. Obviously not this turn because you used your bonus action.
I won't frenzy on it. That is 19. First one, does that hit?
Yeah, 19 will hit you.
Yeah, so that'll be.
You're attacking Marv.
Yeah, 10 plus 2, so that is 12 points of damage.
Okay.
First hit. And then I got to hit again. And then that is 24, so that hits.
Ooh.
And then that is another 9 plus 2, which is 11. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, Marv takes some damage, but he's still standing. Okay.
He's still
standing. Okay, so Kirkwood, let's see what would you do? Okay, so as she's playing the organ, she says to you, I gave you warning to get out of here, but you chose not to, and just erupting out of the water.
Oh.
That little baby.
This big snake kills you. Okay, as she continues to play the organ.
Oh.
Okay, Torvi, you instantly recognize Jormungandr.
Baby Jormungandr.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm
a loyal follower of yours. And start speaking Norwegian to him.
I'm gonna try and charge me a spear.
Okay.
Yes. Dun, 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 dun. So that's charged. So who do I throw at? In.
Who's doing what? What's Jormungandr doing?
He's erupting out of the water, and he's fairly much like what's in that picture. The spray of water is all dripping off him, and he's sort of growling and looking at you.
So do I go for her or him, do you reckon, lads?
I'd say you probably haven't much of a hope against him.
Huh?
Yeah, he's a god, shouldn't he?
He needs to stop. Stop her, I'd say.
Okay, I'm going to try and throw it at her. 12.
12, no.
Fuckity fuck.
So the spear goes flying past her, and she just sort of leans back out of the way, and it embeds itself into the wall over here.
Okay.
You still have movement.
Yeah, so I'm going to go around here. I don't.
You've a second action though, don't you? You've an extra attack or something.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, you have 2 attacks. Yeah. Fighter. That 5th level, you get it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll just try and shoot her then. Ah, fuck off.
Oh, I take
No.
it. Okay. You're not okay. So
I can't get me spear. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Okay. So that's where you end up. Okay, Jim.
Okay. So, if just to clarify, so if I turn off the pump here, you know.
Oh, you're down. Where the fuck are you? Oh, yeah, you're down there. Sorry. Yeah.
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 Is it from what we observed before? So if I turn this off, it's gonna hopefully cut the power to the pump, pumping
Correct.
air through the organ.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's what Jim is gonna do. If he takes his action or whatever, he's gonna turn if he can. If you turn off the pump, I know. I don't think. I'll turn off the.
Yeah. So he
generator.
presses the stop button, essentially.
Yeah, because if it goes off, because we only needed the special sequence, was it to start it, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah. So if is that his action to?
That's his action.
turn
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
Yeah. So he'll just move 5, 10, 15, 20. Sorry. Jesus, why is it doing that?
So as you press the stop, there was a humming noise that you had previously heard, and it stops.
Okay, hoping that's put the kibosh on the organ. He's moving 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. That's all he's. Yeah.
You're not fast as well.
Sorry, Becky?
Only with.
Well.
I use my action for the thing.
Yeah.
Whacker can do the bonus action one, but I'm not as fit.
Yeah. Okay.
Does not eat his wheat a bit.
So yeah, as you're going away, you can definitely hear there was a noise in the background all around the place through the tunnels, and that suddenly stops. And as you're heading back up the tunnel, you see one of the lava children. And sorry, I missed. The fuck do I do this now?
Ask the lava children.
What the fuck are they called?
Larry and Lily?
No. Sorry, in the.
Yeah, aren't they?
They don't like that.
For some reason or other, I don't know why, they're not. Stat block isn't coming up. Let me just see if I got the right spelling. Bear with me 1 second there.
I recognize the pic because I don't remember what they. I remember seeing that picture in something before.
They're from
it's in
Tasha or something. But
an
I don't know
adventure or
why.
something.
I don't know
Yeah,
why
they're from like
not.
an adventure or something like
Okay,
that.
let me
Because they're probably on tools, is it? But not.
Yeah, they actually. I did have them. I'm gonna have to do the stat block manually. Okay, I have it there anyway, so that's fine. Right. So I'm just going to put. What the fuck is the word I'm looking for? Okay, so it comes up as that's not the correct, obviously, name for them. So I'm just going to put Larry in. I'm just going to put a placeholder in the stat block. Lara. Okay, so I'm just going to roll for Larry. Okay, so I must. I'm going to have to use the stat box manually. And just as he comes out of the wall, he goes, "You said you switched on the water again. You said you were helping us."
Children.
Yeah, it's Merv's go now. And as that happens as well, Dunica, from behind you where Lily had been, Lily appears. I better put Lily on the tracker as well. And she goes, "Yes, you said you would help us." And I won't take her up until the next. Okay, so right. Anyway, it's Merv's go. Where the fuck is Merv? Merv is over where Torvi is, and Merv goes over to you, but doesn't attack. So if you want to, you can take an attack of opportunity, as Merv just seems to be going past you.
Yeah, I will, yeah.
Okay, so you can take an attack of opportunity there.
Okay. Why is this not working?
You can roll manually if you prefer.
22. Oh,
How much?
22.
22. Okay. Yeah, so that goes through.
11 damage.
Okay. Okay. Okay, Whacker.
Has there been any effect on the Jormungandr since the pump was turned off?
Not Jormungandr, but you can notice the compressor that was running at the back of the organ has stopped. It was obviously charging up some small air reservoir, small little couple of litres bottle or something behind it for the flow. But Carrie's not looking too happy, and certainly the volume of the organ is starting to decrease. But this is just all happened, like this is all seconds, milliseconds.
But there's still some sound coming out of it. The machine.
Yeah, I mean, like an organ like that is powered by a compressor, which will charge up a bottle of air, which will be used to blow through the pipe. So there is going to be a certain reservoir of air. You know, it's not a fucking huge 50-litre bottle, but like it's probably holds 10 litres of compressed air or something. So it's not going to go off straight away. But you can definitely hear the machinery that was in it, running the compressor, has stopped. But she still has a bit of air.
I'm on target Carrie and for magic missile at level 2, Anna.
Okay, fire away.
Okay, so I've cast it. Does that mean Yeah, I think that just it. Does it hit? Where do we?
Yeah, it just hits. Yeah, magic missile just hits.
So it'll be, and at level 2 I've an extra dart, so it's 4 darts, so it's 4d4 plus 4.
Yeah.
It's 4d4, 7 plus 4, 11 damage. Not great.
Okay, so they go poof, 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 into her, and she barely flinches.
That old bitch.
Yeah. Are you moving or anything?
No. Staying there.
Okay, so...
I get...
No, you don't get sneak attack from magic attacks.
Yeah.
Marv is standing beside you, so Marv is going to swing at you, and he's going to make 2 melee attacks plus 4. What's your so the first one is 13, which is not going to do anything, and the second one is 14 plus 4 is 18.
That hits,
so
yeah.
it's a hit, and he does you This is going to be bludgeoning damage. 1d6 plus 2. He does you 7 bludgeoning.
That's halved then I'm raging, so
Yeah,
I'm resisted.
3 or
So what's
4.
that? That's
4 damage.
4, yeah.
And he doesn't do anything. He just stays attached to you. Okay, so Lily, who's come out behind Dunica, goes, "You said you were our friends," and is going to. I have to fucking pull up the sheet now. What did they do? You were not meant to attack. This went, of course, went pear-shaped. That was 2 attack. 1 was bite. Okay, so it has. Lily lunges into bite, so plus 6. So, sorry, Dunica. I don't know if you can see that. Nat 20.
Nah, I can't see that.
So does 4d6 plus 4 from her first attack. So to roll 1 more d6. So 1, 2. Oh, you're actually 4, 5, 9, 13 damage. And then from her, as she bites you, she swings one of her hands at you. This is plus 7, which is a 19. She rolls. Plus 7 is 26. So does you 1d6 plus 4, 10 damage.
Okay.
So
it's 2 hit points left.
Okay, shouldn't have fucking switched off the pumps. Right, Adam, it's your go.
Am I ripping a page out of the book? Are we fucked?
Yeah.
So you look at the book, and this was, I had said to you, is when you arrived in the future. So what you wanted to remember it as your action. So I'll let you do that as a bonus action. When you had arrived in the future, all the other pages were blank. So there was no other pages in the book. So you had one shot at the at this.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. Shit.
Okay. Fair enough. That's that. I am. Fuck. I'm gonna have to cast a spell here.
Can we write our own
Sorry,
story in
I don't. Sorry, Becky.
Can we write our own story in the book of where we want to go, and the time we want to go?
Yeah.
We need to get away from it. Like, I'm dead. We're going. Like, if Jormungandr is coming out, we either kill him now, which I don't think we can, or we need to get away from him.
But we still have to watch. What could that, if we use it now, what could that do for us?
If you use what?
To watch.
The watch will slow time in a bubble. So, for example, Whacker, if you switch it on, you could probably extend it and get yourself and Tig out of there, and possibly Dunica. You could make a small bubble where for you, time outside of it, time would stop. So to everything else outside, it would look like you guys had vanished. So the three of yous could get away, but real time would continue for Torvi and Jim.
Okay, so as we're dispersed.
Remember the last time you put it at its maximum range, which was 30 feet, and you sort of moved as a group. But you've seen Carrie was able to reduce that bubble down. That's assuming the watch is charged.
Yeah. Does Whacker have it at the minute? Because I think Jim had it initially, but did we give it to Whacker to do the grab?
Where are the explosives?
They're on the other side of the cavern, aren't they?
They're probably where the horses were at the southeast corner of the complex.
We're just gonna have to blow the cavern.
Yeah.
Yeah. Should we disengage here and just leg it to go and get the explosives?
I think we should just leg it.
Yeah. Because one or two hits and Whacker's out as well, you know?
Well, I'm dead. I have 2 hit points.
Yeah, so maybe we should leg it.
He's only going to last a couple of rounds. That's it, like, and he's going to get knocked down too, like.
Okay, so I'm going to disengage from Lily. And then I'm going to run with the rest of my movement.
Okay. You're going that way.
Horses.
Oh yeah, can I get past? If I can get past, I'll go.
Yeah, you could. That's only each of those squares around by the water is only like feet deep, so you can get your shoes will get wet. But you, well, anyway, you don't have to because you can disengage. You can move around Lily to here and then disengage. So yeah, you can disengage that way if you want to.
1, 2, 3.
You know.
Yeah, so I've ran out. I'm running.
Okay. So Tig, you're up next.
Yeah, I'm just going to do the same as well. Just follow him. So I'll disengage. What's my movement speed? My movement speed is
40, I think.
Yeah, so 5, 10, 15. Oh, I need to be careful not to go down. 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. As far as I can go.
Okay. Right. Marv. Where the fuck's Marv? Oh yeah, Marv disengaged from. Oh no, Marv is here. He moves around to the back of the organ to where Jim burnt the cables, and he starts working on repairs. It was his action. Kirkwood turns around and she goes. You can hear her saying, "Get this fucking thing working." And as the air is she continues playing, and you, as you all started to run away, she glanced over her shoulder, and you notice, Whacker notices, Jormungandr shimmers, and it vanishes. So it was an illusion. Torvi, it's your go.
Okay, I'm just going to pick up the thing,
Your
spear.
spear. Yeah, okay. Spear is picked up.
10, 15, 20, 25, 40.
Okay. Then Jim.
Phil, how tall are the tunnels? Or how high?
The tunnels are a good. Yeah, are you going to try and vault over, Harry? Is it or?
Well, is it?
Okay.
Essentially, could he get? Would there theoretically, if Jim could fly, would there be enough room for him to basically get over these things out of their reach? Like, would he be able to get more than 5 feet above them?
Probably not in the tunnel where you are, Central Caverns. I have to look and see how even these fucking things are.
Yeah, you know what I mean. It's
yeah.
so cool. It just
not in the tunnel. Even if you take up that they're kids.
Okay.
Not in the tunnel.
He can see the armor ahead anyway, and they're presumably taller. So
yeah,
if it's looking like a tight fit, he's not going to try it.
Yeah, it would be not where you are, not where you are now.
So he is going
the long way around
with the intention of he's just like, oh fucking hell. 5, 10. Sorry, so what's that? Is that 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and then dash 35, 40, 45, 50, 60.
That was a nerve. Did I move the wrong ones? Oh no, that was right. So so that was you, Jim. Whacker, Whacker, your go. I presume you're running away as well, are you?
I'm just going to fire a chill touch at her before I go.
A parting shot, is it? Yeah.
Just before I run out, it's a cantrip.
Okay.
21.
21. Okay, so Kirkwood. 21. Yeah, is.
Yeah, it's just 4 damage.
Okay, so.
So I'm gonna then disengage. I'm gonna,
Okay. 4 damage.
Okay. I can also, as a bonus action, every time do a dash or disengage. Can I do it?
Yeah, you can. Yeah. Right. Combat tracker. I think these are all run away. So. Oh no, Lily's still there. We better go because Lily's still going to have a go. Right, Marv. So Marv starts heading back down the tunnel. So he was there 5, 10, 15, 20. And he goes to Larry. He says something, which is none of you can hear because you're not there. Lily moves up towards Torvi. and is going to attack you, Torvi. So Lily is stat block again. So first thing she's doing is a bite attack +6, 8 + 6, 14.
No.
Okay, and then the second one she's going to swing her claw at you +7. So is 8. So yeah, she completely misses. And Adam, yeah, you're making for the hills. Okay, Torvi, if you want, I'll give you, because we're going to move around there. Are you going to just disengage and run, or are you going to try and attack and kill Lily?
No, I'm just going to disengage.
Okay.
Jim,
We'll stop the
you-
combat zone.
can you do something to it to damage it so it doesn't start again? Pull out a pipe or something. Smash something in it.
We can try, yeah.
Yeah, smash it
But
or crack it or break it so that they can't just switch it back on with the code.
But then
From where you are, Jim, and the cables and stuff that come through it, there's nothing visibly in the attack as you're running. Unless you want to spend an appreciable amount of time studying the machine, there's nothing that. It's a
the
big
only
fucking
thing he kind of
generator.
has that would hit it is fire, and I think it would take too long for that to damage the.
Have a
If
sword
he
or
had something,
a few pipes or something or wires.
he's got a stick. He's.
Wouldn't
I don't even know if
stick
he
with,
has the stick
Mendy
anymore.
Murphy.
Yeah,
Or Mendy Murphy.
yeah. I think it'd be only.
And remember, when you switched off the machine, that door closed down, so you cannot get back into that chamber when the pump is off. You remember? Yeah. So that door, the door around here is down, so there's no way back into that place at the moment. Okay, Jim. Right, guys. So yeah, you're out of combat now. Unless Jim wants to spend an appreciable amount of time there, which you can do while the rest of you go off and study the machine.
Because, I mean, in real time, if they're coming after Jim, it's going to be seconds. You know,
Yeah.
that it's going to take him to move down the corridor. He's trying to loop back around to the rest of them.
Yeah. So
to give him a hand, he still thinks they're there. So
and as you're standing there, Jim, you notice around coming up from below, you can hear footsteps, and there's another automated armor heading this way as well.
He's going to start making his way around this way. I won't move him too quick, just in case something.
Yeah, no, don't worry. I'll pull you all back. So, you're heading, I presume. Well, Jim's going to make it to the canteen. You'll probably arrive or wherever you're heading. Yeah, so Jim's at the horses. Yeah. The rest of them are guys, I presume, are coming around this way, down, and Jim is heading up this way. So let's say around we meet. You'll meet up around here.
Oh shit! What am I doing?
Big head.
Where the fuck did I do that?
If we Ty just plucked the head off Jormungandr, apparently.
I'll do it. I'll do it. Let it go, Ty.
Oh, I got it. Got it.
You got it?
Happy me as well. And since they updated it, they've let you.
Yeah, they've got handles on the side that you can. And the giant horse shits on you. Okay, so as you are fluting around near the horses, you can hear this in the background, and you can hear the low noise rumbling starting up again.
Jim's kind of seen everyone, and obviously they were like, "I was coming," but he's like, "Are we fucked?"
And you can hear the organ starting up again in the distance, because it's obviously it's a church organ, and it's in quite a big chamber. So you can hear the organ firing up.
Where do you? Okay, so where do you?
Sorry.
Where are the explosives?
That's the horse.
The horse.
Down.
They're down
in the southeast.
Okay, so just as a recap, they told you they were in the southeast of the tunnels, but they also told you, the Lava Children, that the horses, you didn't have to go and get them. Maybe you wouldn't be even able to go and get them, but that the horses would get them for you.
Right.
Okay.
We need to find an envoy.
But they can investigate the horses.
Yeah, did they had a power source or something? Was it behind them?
Is there an on button? Switch them on and off again.
Who's horse is this?
So yeah, there's 2 horses there, and Ben seems to be quite big for some reason or other. But anyway, there's Bill and Ben.
Yeah.
And you can see that they're taking a charge. They're on some sort of standing on a charging plate of some description or other, and they're being energized up.
Is
And
there
Jim's gonna slap one of them on the arse and go, "Giddy up, go up."
explosive stress here? Oh, any,
Can I get out of the way before you do that?
is there any device on them that we can see other than they're plugged in for charging?
Yeah, so they're standing on a plate. They're like a little down the ass of one of them. On its right cheek is a little charge thing that looks like a charge indicator, and it's showing that it's fully charged. But no, they're just standing there with their nameplates.
Do you see any buttons on them? Any irregularities in their
reins,
plating
like that?
or anything?
No,
Yeah.
they're like Shire horses. They seem to be built for carrying a load. But they're completely like they don't have saddles. They don't have saddlebags or anything like that on them. But apart from that, they're obviously they are mechanical. They're not flesh, which is fairly obvious from the charge indicator on them. But apart from that, no, they're just standing there. As you approach, their sort of ears picked up a little bit like that.
Okay.
Like
Right, what-
I would say
I'm
one of
gonna
them.
take a walk.
Get the
I'm gonna take a walk around the canteen.
Okay.
Anyway.
So, Tig, sorry, what were you saying?
I just go up to one of them and
Of course
go,
you can.
get the explosives.
And it says you hear this noise. Or sorry, you don't hear anything. It doesn't do anything. The ears twitch when you did talk.
Okay.
Oh,
Come on.
Pump the charging cable from Ben,
Sorry.
and then get the explode.
So the charging cable is going up into its arse.
Okay, well then I'll move in, reach around, sort of thing, and pull the cable out.
Okay.
Done that.
Yeah. So
And
the
then-
charge indicator goes off, and it goes from green to sort of a reddish color, but it's holding
Okay,
its
so-
strength.
Explosives, Ben. Do your job, Ben.
So as you talk, its ears twitch, but it doesn't. Nothing happens.
Ask again. Can I ask it to bring us to the ordnance bins?
Yeah, you can. Is that how you're going to ask it?
Yeah.
Okay. So its ears twitch.
I'm going to go over and I'm going to pull its ears and mess with them and twiggle them and see if they do on.
And it says, please do not, you hear this automated voice saying, please do not interfere with the automatons.
It will affect your warranty.
Okay, so I'm-
She was saying, she was going to preface it. You could say, command, go fetch explosive ordnance.
Again, ears twitch, but nothing happens.
Okay, is this a language they speak, or is it just a particular command? Does anyone speak horse?
I don't think that was, I don't think I
Jim-
was equipped
Jim
with
tries-
that on the thing.
Yeah, Jim says, go get the explosives. He tries infernal, just on the off chance the only other language he speaks.
And again,
Come on.
so it goes, it says, I do not understand your command.
Okay,
It says in English, it says, I'm sorry, I can't help you with that.
okay, I say it in Nordic, Norse or whatever.
Oh. Yeah.
And it goes, when you say it in Norse, it goes, I'm sorry, I cannot help you with that.
Okay, I say it in
I'm a
Gaelic.
horse, not a Norse.
I
Does
say
it,
Okay.
do they say Bill and Ben on them, or is it
Yes, they do, yeah.
he says,
Bill.
Ben, go fetch the explosive ordnance, as if
Okay.
he's talking to Siri.
And with that, it goes, command accepted. I have to fucking say, which one you sent to Ben, wasn't it? Yeah, Ben. And with that,
Yeah, it was.
the horse starts moving out of the way.
It was when Phil was like, I can't help you with that. I was like, okay.
Should have called him Silver,
There's
so he
Siri.
went high hold Silver away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So one of the horses starts moving off.
Bill, follow him.
Well, unplug Bill there, and then say, Bill, go get the explosives, bring them here.
Okay, so as you do that, again, it moves, starts heading straight towards you, and starts moving with the other horse as well. So they start heading off, trotting away.
Right, should we check out the canteen while they're doing their thing?
Yeah.
Oh,
And
yeah.
they vanish out of
Don't
view.
get waylaid.
They vanish out of view.
Well, we'll follow Adam into the break room.
Yeah.
Okay, so you are in the canteen with Adam.
And we're searching.
Okay, so there's a chest here in front of Wacker. It looks like a chest,
That's a chair.
It's a chair. Okay.
They're chairs. So okay, I'll give you a proper because the last time you sort of got in here very quickly. So where Torvi's standing, so the notice board was here. That had the notices on it about the bins and the code. Where Torvi's standing, there's like coats, cloaks, and stuff there. There's some shelving down here that Wacker walked past. There is some chairs, a seating area with a table here, and there is a very old television, big fucking 1970s 26-inch black and white telly in the corner here. And these are tables and chairs beside where Dunica or where fucking Adam is. That's a carpet, and over here is a pool table, and there's pool cues and stuff in these. There's chairs and there's pool cues on the wall here.
Okay, well, Wacker will just examine anything on the shelves in this area here.
Okay, so there's some bottles on the shelves.
Okay, do they look interesting? Are they bottles of Coke or are they,
They're of some sort of red and there's sort of a green liquid, but there's a sticker on them that says "Carry Secret Sauce."
Okay, so Wacker will take those bottles and put them into a satchel.
He was one of them, Wacker could do it.
There's about there's 6 bottles in total.
Okay, so I'll call Adam and Torby and we can take 2 each.
Okay.
Potion.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, I just have to. Sorry.
Yeah.
I just want to pull them up because I remember it was a long time ago since the. Do any of you still have any of them in your backpack?
I'll double check.
It's just I can get it in the home.
I do.
Stuff.
I do.
Okay. What can you?
I
What was the healing? Was it 1d8 or something or 2d? What the fuck was it?
I think this is 2d4 plus. It just says 2d4 plus 2, so I think the one I have is just the.
I have that here. I have the stat block here for. So
I'm not sure. Yeah.
Where the fuck did I have this? Magic items, wasn't it? Sorry. I think I have to go into campaigns, don't I? What did you say it was, Ben?
Mine says it's a rare item, but it has the healing of the basic healing potion, so maybe the one I have isn't.
Okay, and what was that?
Isn't updated.
The one I have.
2d4 plus 2. But if
4 plus 2.
Yeah, okay,
But
so
I
that's
think,
what it was. I think they might have been just. I can't remember the Carrie secret sauce, what it was, to be honest. It was so long ago. I thought I had it made in homebrew, but it seems to have gone.
2 plus 2.
That's what it was, Phil, yeah.
Okay, so if any of you want to drink in that, just you know yourself, do the usual.
7 plus 2, 9. I'm just taking 1 right now.
Okay.
I'm going to take 1 as well. What was it, 2d4 plus 2?
Yeah, I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on myself, Phil.
Okay.
Nine. I'm getting 9 hit points back from drinking the one bottle. Lads, what's your hit points like?
Terrible.
Mine are.
Like,
I'm 25 out of
drink
68.
them all of your gym and Toy.
I've 28 out of 37, and to be honest, I'm probably the least likely to take damage, at least initially, because I'd probably be
What are you like,
way
Todd?
back.
I've 25 out of 68.
No, you need potion.
I will
Yeah,
keep
like-
it.
Yeah, Tig's going to be getting up.
And I've
close
only
to
got one
snap.
rage left anyway, so I'm only going to have resistance to bludgeoning for one more
Well, then you should
or
have these
10
two.
rounds of fighting.
Do you need to take a potion as well as healing yourself?
Yeah, I think
Probably, yeah.
I think I probably do.
Look, I'm gonna hold on to this because I've taken one and I'm now 36 out of 52, so I'm not particularly bad. So I'll hold on to one potion.
I'm going to
Oh,
go up to there. I'm just going to take one off you. Like, I don't. It's no point in taking any more than that. Like,
You can have one each and then the spare one, so whoever needs it badly can get the sixth one.
yeah. Sure. I'll just say I'm used one now. What do you say? What you say it was? 2.
4 plus 2.
2d4 plus 2.
What is it?
2d4 plus 2.
2d4 plus 2.
Oh yeah, curry sauce.
2d4 2.
I'm at 32. Do for
Adam, if you need 2 to stay alive, you should take 2 because you got the most damage in that, I think, but you were dead nearly. So
No, I'm gonna cast a spell on myself here now anyway to heal up because I'm really fucked. So I'm gonna cast at 3rd level. So I'm gonna cast 3d8 plus 8. Which is 13 and 8, 21.
nice.
Okay. So I take it we don't have all day if she's trying to get the organ back up and running and playing away.
No,
Still,
we
yeah.
go back, check on the horses, see if they're back.
Yeah, I was going to say we should probably follow them. I suppose.
Well, look, Wacker's just continuing the search. I'm looking at the big TV, and is there anything on the stand or in drawers under it, or just
Yeah, underneath the stand you see there's a book or something on the table.
so I'll pick the book and see what it is.
Yeah,
I'm looking.
it's the 1976 RTE Christmas Guide special with a big article on about Gayburn.
Okay, I'll go to Christmas Day, 3:00. What was the big movie?
Mass in Irish. Extended version.
Yeah.
That's great again. Yeah.
I'm gonna
And on RT2 it didn't exist. So it was RT1. I dropped my D20 on the floor somewhere. Oh no, it's a D12. Anyway, no more D12 for the rest of the adventure.
Big load of depression, I tell you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jim, do you want to start moving towards like the horses? Do we?
Excellent.
Let's go in here
I
and have a look
suppose we could
here. What's in
have
there?
a look down that way, just in case they don't. Yeah, in case we're supposed to follow them.
Well, I'm just worried in case something gets between us and them.
Did you read the last one?
Yeah, we start.
Yeah,
Start
I was going to
maybe
start following
going
you.
down this way.
Or I'll go ahead because
There you go. I've just posted up the 1976 Christmas RTE guide.
fucking hell,
You?
that would terrify me as a child. That
Jesus
terrifies
Christ.
me now.
Fucking hell.
So
Oh,
that's what
nice.
you found, Wacker. It's 12p it cost.
I thought Ireland back then was really against the gays, but apparently not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In that room
Yeah.
there, Bill.
Sorry? Okay, Becky. In that room there is a stove beside you. And as you approach it, it starts moving. And roll for initiative, please.
Ah,
It's this stupid monster thing again, is it?
So,
So
so I must get... Sorry, I have to get stat block up.
16.
It's called an animated stove. So
Fucking Beauty and the Beast.
Really ahead of its time for the old 70s.
yeah.
It's an induction stove.
Sorry, I'll just clear off all this shit from the thing. Clear. Right. So I'm just gonna put up. Right, I'm just gonna put up because I don't have. They're all in my fucking Spanish one, the D&D one. So it's not a modern soldier; it's a stove.
Assuming I wouldn't hear the commotion from this distance. So
no, so it's just Becky and the stove. So Becky, what did you roll?
Becky and the stove.
Sorry, I missed you there because of Ben was singing.
Whacker said.
Would you fucking let Becky talk? What did you get? 6. Okay, yeah, right. Okay, I can see why you didn't.
Phone's causing problems.
Keep that one quiet.
Okay, so the stove is 30 Torvi. So it's you and the stove. Okay, so the stove is what the fuck does the stove do? Right, so it makes a slam attack on you, or it can belt fire. Okay, so this jet of fire comes out of the stove at you, and in a 15-foot cone, each creature in the area must. Okay, so you need to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, natural 20.
Oh wow. So okay, you will take 2d10 on a save.
Not in total, but it was a natural 20.
Yeah, unfortunately, it doesn't count for anything extra on the.
Why not?
So that's 0, or it's 10 and 3. You're taking 13 damage.
After rolling a D20 in a saving throw.
Yeah, isn't that sad? Yeah, well, if you hadn't have saved, it would have been 4d10 is what you would have been taking, so you're actually lucky, believe it or not. Torvi, it's your go.
Okay, well, I'm just going to... that's 16. Fourth one.
And the armor class of stove is 17. So no, first one misses.
Come on, misses as well.
Okay. So the rest of you outside can hear this whoosh, this huge whoosh of noise, and you can hear Torvi screaming. So if you want to run in, we can. You just can run in if you want. We can do an initiative check for you.
Yeah, I'll come to the door.
Okay, so give us an old initiative.
17.
17. Okay. And Dunica?
16.
16. So that just puts you before in between them. Okay. So, Whacker, you're up.
Okay, so I'll. Where I am, I'm firing me musket at it.
Okay.
Boom!
You're looking for 17 or better.
Boom.
Nope, that's a miss.
Okay.
And I'll reload as a.
Okay. Dunica, Adam?
Yeah. Gonna just go for that as well. Hang on, I'm just trying actions. Critical.
Okay, nice one.
23.
23 in total. Okay, so what is the 23?
Oh, sorry. I roll for damage now.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah. So double
That was
damage plus your modifier.
So yeah, so it's double. So it's 2d8 plus 3. So it's 4d8 plus 3. But then it's plus 2d8 plus 2 electrical as well.
Okay. This is okay. So what's your total there?
So that's going to be 2 seconds now. So what's that? That's going to be 18 plus 3, 21. 21 plus another 8 electrical.
Okay.
Maybe it's a gas cooker.
Sorry, I'm just
Or
having...
batch.
Okay, it has no... oh yeah, sorry. How much was that? Sorry, Duncan. My fault.
29 in total.
29 in
Yeah.
total. Okay, so it takes a huge amount of hits, and it's definitely... It's wobbling on its legs now, but it's still going.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
And it's now the stove's go. It's going to, as its bonus action, it's going to, you can see it breathing in like a fire, or like its bellows are trying to fire up, and it is going to... Okay, so that, and it just, the flame dims a bit, so instead it just runs at you, Dunica, and slams into you. And fucking, as it goes, its little wonky leg, and it skids sideways and misses you completely. So it ran at you,
Good.
and it ran and sort of bashed it, got stuck in the corner here. Okay, so Torvald.
Okay, I'm just going to shoot it again.
Okay.
Oh, that is 22.
Yeah, that's a hit.
That is 19 damage.
Oh, great. So, yeah, you shoot one of its legs off, its door falls off by the hinge, and it's rattling around, and the cups, there's the metal things that cover the stove parts all fall off, but it still looks like it could do a little bit of damage.
Okay.
So, you have your second shot, so off you go.
So that's 18.
Yeah, that's, I think, is good. Yeah, that's good enough.
That is
You need two.
17 damage.
Two. You needed 2. So yeah, as you shoot it, it just it falls apart. Its little legs go off, and it just, the animated life that was in it just dissipates out of it, and it just falls on the ground. And as it falls on the ground, a little vial of Carrie's secret sauce that was brewing on the top of it just falls off and doesn't shatter.
Okay, I'm going to grab that because I need it there.
Excuse me.
COVID.
Yes, yeah.
So meanwhile, while that was going on, the lads were watching the 2 horses were coming back around the corner, and they're now way loaded down like pack mules, and there's these big, each one of them has how many of them is there? 1, 2, 3. So each one of them has 2 either side of it, big yellow barrels with skulls and crossbows painted on them, and they head towards, as a collection, a lot of them head towards the where the charge point was. So the horses just get back over there as you're watching and stop back over here.
And they came up
And they just walked past
kind of
you.
down
Exactly.
this one. Not this one.
I'm assuming that them
yeah,
barrels are too big for us to carry.
They're quite big, yeah. Do you know the 40-gallon sort of Pfizer chemical, the big barrels, the big plastic ones that you'd find in?
Yeah.
They're like them. You'll probably take 2 people to carry one of them. They're big fuck-off barrels, like.
Yeah.
Any wheelbarrows anywhere?
Can we just tell the horses come with us?
Tell the horses.
They're
Yeah.
walk through with us. You know, they may just follow the command. and follow.
Where do we want to put the explosives? Like, if we have a plan before we go up there and we're like attacked.
I suppose in the main, water or lake or whatever it is.
Yeah.
That
Get as close to the organ as close to the organ as possible, I guess.
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
destroyed our instrument, so
Us.
Yeah, we
it's
destroyed the organ, she can't call him.
yeah.
So is there anything else in this
Right.
room before we leave it?
Well, I reckon we're not going to have a lot of time once we start these bombs out, so I reckon at least one of us should sneak up and get that boat.
I'm just going to remind you of something, because this is something that would be obvious if you're walking around here, and I did mention it the first week you were down here. that gantry. So this lake that's here, and this lake that's here. So this gantry slopes up, and it slopes up, sort of steps like that. And this part of the gantry here, and then it steps back down, and there's a ramp here. So this part of the gantry is probably about 2 meters above the water level. And again, that was mentioned early on in it. Along here, there are little cleats that would be used for tying up the boat. The water doesn't go all the way through here, but there's a little sort of an improvised dock there was that you would have been mentioned the first week that you were down here, and you would have been seeing this as you walked over it. So this gantry sort of goes up and over the water, apart from the hole here that someone fell through. I think it was Ben. So these go up over the water.
That would imply the water is much higher at times, and they had to build a bigger, higher gantry. Is that describing to us, or does the boat go under that direction and they need to
I think, okay, I thought what I was describing was obvious that the boat would actually go under there to a little dock, but obviously no. Yeah, so yes, the boat will fit under that.
Okay.
Well, you're the thief. You'd have to go in and steal the boat.
What are we using it for? Like, what's the purpose of the boat? I'm not clear.
Is it to get out of here?
Yeah. To get through the Nordic of the map there.
Like, do we destroy the organ, or do we bring the boat over underneath the gantry, fill it with the explosives, and then bring it under? Where the fuck is the pointer? Bring it through here into where Jormungandr is supposed to be sleeping and blow the shit out of it.
Surely explosives isn't going to kill him.
No. We can't kill him. You can only put him to sleep.
What are we trying to do? Are we trying to drop down the whole cave? Are we trying to...
Yeah.
I mean, destroying the organ with the explosives, at the very least, has immediate benefit to us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She can't summon him anytime soon if we get rid of the organ.
Could we unpack these explosives off the horses and send them back to get more?
Could we just use one to blow up the organ and 3?
Yeah, it's not going to take 6 barrels of explosives to destroy an organ, like, is it?
Yeah.
But if you want to do it right...
Yeah, you have
I mean, we've made lots of assumptions that have gotten us in trouble.
Yeah.
Look, a 50-gallon drum of explosive, one is going to do serious damage to anything. Yeah, use 1 and 3.
Look, I used to think I knew a lot about magic, and then all this happened, and magic's real. And I used to think I knew a lot about pyrotechnics from stage shows and puffs of smokes, but I don't know. I mean, my knowledge of explosives could be just as flawed as what I thought I knew about magic.
What's the plan of action?
Well, can we roll them? We could get the barrels of explosives onto the ground. Can we roll them? We don't have to carry them.
I'll say, Bill, Ben, can you follow us with the ordnance?
Where are we going?
Back to the organ.
Horses won't walk on that grill, Dan.
See, they may say that we can't. But...
That's blocked off. Oh, that gate will be down, but we won't get them past the machine.
All right.
So, way we can
Does one or two of us want to go up and grab the boat, bring the boat over to the dock, drop the bombs on the boat, and bring the boat over to
the thing, and it's
over to here?
Yeah, and we could be far away and shoot a fiery arrow like they do in the old good Norse times and blow up the explosives with her, and we could be somewhere else.
Yeah.
You can use a shotgun like in the good old Norse times.
Like in the good old 21st century.
If we get the boat, if we put the explosives in the boat and get the boat to here, if we roll the explosives off and then try and get out this way, and then as we're leaving, shoot at the thing and blow it up.
Well, Jim's got Scorching Ray, so he can fire 3 or 4, depending on spell slots, little things of fire.
Safe distance. While we're
I think I can do it. I think it might even be as far away as 120. Yeah, 120 feet.
Have you got her Molotovs?
I still have 1 or 2 in my bag. I do have.
So, Ben and your man, the tour guide goes, the guy that you met at the entrance comes around the corner. He goes, "How do I get out of here?"
Oh, Jesus. Oh,
your guess is as good as ours at this stage.
Yeah, how do we get out of here?
Fuck
I'm the
off.
expert.
Well, you are in a different part of the thing. But anyway, so he ignores Wacky and Wacker and Torvi because they're not even near him. But yeah, so he's looking at Ben with his plastic crossbow. So what's going on?
I mean, I don't know. Jim's never met this guy actually.
Yeah.
Didn't he appear?
It's like he's gonna walk up and knock him out.
Fuck this
Like,
one. Yeah. Who's this
So-
brag?
As you've probably not noticed, or noticed and chose to ignore, there is a timer bar at the bottom of the screen on Owlbear.
That was
There's
the
a
first
tiny
one.
little white, tiny little bit of it left, and it's just gone. So it's just vanished. So as
I thought that was a loading bar.
So as it vanished, all of a sudden you can hear the organ reach the crescendo, and everything starts now shaking, and the organ playing has intensified even more, and there's a shaking going on around the place. So and as that happened, out from the wall comes Lily and goes, "You've got to make it stop. She's nearly finished. The water beast is nearly here." And they decide not to attack you. And Larry goes, "Come on, you have to stop it." And then they see the explosives. And they go, "Ooh."
Big bangs.
Big bangs, Lily says. "I want a big bang."
You know where would be the best place to get a big bang?
A big bang would be...
that's a very quick timer.
Yeah. A big bang would be over by, I don't know, anywhere you want, wherever you think is best. And then they vanish again. But we'll help.
Okay, can you help?
Can you carry these to the organ?
You
Or one of them to
really
the
want to
Okay.
instruct one of the lava children to lift up the
Well,
explosives beside you.
I was
Is
gonna
that
I
what
was
you
gonna
want to
say,
do?
he was asking them, will they be able to, like, if you touch these, are they gonna like? Can you regulate your body temperature?
How do we get that?
I don't think the lava children have any qualifications.
Yeah, that's true.
How do we make these things explode? Are they just barrels of explosive? There's no fuses or
There's
anything on
no
them?
fuses. There's, if you want to open up the lid of one of them
It
and
seems
pop it into
fluid,
it.
yeah, liquid rather.
Yeah.
Can I ask?
Okay, it seems to be sticks of dynamite of some form or other. But there's no
Okay.
fuses on. They're not fused. But Larry goes, "Oh, I can make them go bang."
Excellent. Let's grab them and just pull them
About
around
an
the
80,
place.
that second timer is gone.
Okay,
So I reckon
there's
we go to
no
the horses.
way you're going to be moving these barrels at any rate, even between two of you. They're 40. They're a meter high of TNT. You have the horses.
the
They're
horses.
still there. They're actually still on the horses. There's one either side, like giants. They've been strapped across them. You don't know how this thing was put on them, but that was the magic because he didn't go down the tunnel. But anyway,
Okay, Jim doesn't know where the exit is. He's saying, "Look, the exit to this place is it far away? How quick will we be able to get out of here?"
Well, are there sticks of dynamite?
They're like sticks, but they don't have the light and fuse in them. But there are no fuse detonators. But there's sticks of dynamite about that length where you'd normally stick in a fuse and set it off. You'd have a detonator.
Yeah, presumably if we set them on fire, like they're gonna.
Or the lava thing. I'm sure
if
that
Jim
Larry has
lets off
told you.
scorching rays.
Larry has
Had he-
told you that they can set the explosions off.
Yeah, so they
Yeah, why don't we just take out a few of the sticks and throw them at the back of the organ and get Larry to fucking detonate them? And then send the other ones back, Lily back here to just set off the whole other barrels, the whole lot of them here,
Here, where you are.
where we are.
I suppose it's going to do much here.
I suppose it's.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
basically practically the middle. I mean, it's not really the middle of the cave, but it's
We
near
can't
enough.
move them. If we can't move them, let's just fucking.
You can move the horses. Can move them.
I'm saying, we bring the horses up to the dock up here.
Yeah, yeah.
But did the horses respond when they said if they could follow us, or if?
Yeah, they
'Cause I
start.
think the
They
lava children-
activated. But they haven't.
Oh,
moved.
okay, yeah.
They haven't moved. You said follow. You
Well,
said
we
Bill
just tell
and
the
then
horses.
follows. And you
Okay,
need
yeah,
to
well,
move.
they
we get the
acknowledged it
horses?
anyway. Yeah. Well, if
Do we think
tell
they will
the
go
horses to
Sorry?
move to the?
Could the horses follow us this way through the pump, or do we reckon?
Remember, the only way to get into there was through a little passage under the ground.
So okay, so that's not gonna
Remember,
be-
you went
so,
down through the
Round.
trapdoor. There was a tunnel which brought you up over here. Was how you got through there.
Okay.
The other way.
We tell the horses to go to the organ.
Go to the organ and see where they go. Go to the lake.
Right.
Okay.
One of you go to the lake. One to the or one of you go to the organ. One of you.
I'm gonna start going this way.
Okay. So, how much? Two of you have moved off. Yeah.
We need to be near the exit, though. Obviously.
Okay. So as the three of you
Hey.
move off, the majority of you move off. The horses start following the
Yeah.
majority of you.
Oh, they're following. Okay.
Okay. Because that was the instruction
Right.
that Ben gave.
We'll go so if the horses are moving. Yeah.
Yeah.
And obviously the explosives are going as well. I'm just fucking not dragging all those
Yeah,
things around the place.
No.
Right, should we go up along here and see if they follow us up along these? Which I doubt they will.
Yeah.
Okay. So
We're gonna ask Lily and Harry to come with us as well.
okay. Well, they're actually going to follow you anyway. They're going to follow the explosives. So the horses get to that gantry and stop.
Mm.
And Lily
Oh,
says, "You
hang
need to
on.
get the boat." What?
Yeah, I'm gonna run until I get in the boat. If someone wants to come with me, or
Yeah.
I need a.
Okay.
I'll be rowing in circles.
So how are you doing that? Are you just going to?
I can make one of them fly.
Okay. Are you going to say? Are you going to sneak up? Or are you going to just rock up?
We use stopwatch. We chance the stopwatch to see can we.
You can.
Yeah, who has it?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
Wacker might have it at the moment.
I'll try and sneak up and
Stopwatch, I think.
Yeah,
Okay. Unfortunately, when you press the watch, nothing happens. The hand doesn't move around. Sorry. Dice roll.
Whack, you've mage hand. You can hardly pull the boat if it's floating on the water. Like it's. Not
The
gonna
boat isn't underwater. It got moved by somebody into the water. The boat is actually was on that little bit of muck there.
Anybody got it?
Yeah. I think the weight limit on the mage hand is
And
10 pounds or something.
the music, as you're doing all this, the music is getting louder and louder, and the water is starting to oscillate.
Look, I think we just leg it. We don't not going to have much time for sneaking or whatever. Just leg it and grab the boat.
I mean, is this the explosives far? I mean,
Okay. For some reason or other, I don't know if it's done it on your player screens, but there seems to be the bottom counter seems to be vibrating a bit. Do you see that on your one, or is it just on this one that we're on the recording?
not vibrating for me anyway.
No, the top timer is
Yeah, there should be two. Yeah,
Oh, there we go.
yeah.
Bottom one is gone.
Okay, it's grand. Yeah, because it was on the thing there. It was showing as it wasn't gone. Okay, so yeah, there's only one. Should be only one timer there. So as the
Okay,
so you can hear the music is ratcheting up slowly.
Back there. Leg into the boat.
There might be nobody ready to come back to Duncan.
Yeah,
Wacker
I'm legging it to the boat.
going down to the boat.
Okay, so
I'm
right,
here
2
at the back
seconds,
of
2
the boat.
seconds,
I'm
2
making
seconds, 2 seconds. Okay, so as you get to the boat, Torvi, you can notice Kirkwood looks around at you. And okay, I'll give you a bit of extra time on the timer there because I'm just fucking around here now. This is my fault. Let's clear all that. I'm just pulling up her stat block. Sorry. So Kirkwood looks at you and what can she do? Okay. Right. Okay. Fine. So she, you feel who's up front there? So Wacker, you feel this sudden invasion in your head, and Torvi, you just are. Kirkwood is able to read your thoughts, so she now knows what your plan is. Okay, so you feel this sharp pain, and you can feel that Kirkwood is rummaging through your brain and all your plan, and she knows now what you are doing.
Okay, well, if I'm aware that I'm shouting it out, she's reading me mind. She knows what we're doing.
Okay, so yeah, that's all she does.
Okay, so
I'm just gonna shout, fuck it. We just need to we just do it.
Yeah.
let's shove the boat in the water. And
shove it in and jump
So
on.
the boat goes into the water.
And I jump in, blow, kick with a kiss, and start rowing like Billy
fuck.
out back.
Okay, so
Yeah. So bring it over to.
and the has the timer vanished off in your one? It shouldn't have. Don't know what happened there.
It's gone, yeah.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna have to
it's
restart.
gone.
It hasn't elapsed. The timer for some reason or other just stopped counting. And this is a beta thing, I think, on that. So I'm gonna restart it. Stop there. So
Okay.
as you're doing that,
Yeah, so if we just start bringing the boat over, so fuck it, just we're on the way over.
yeah. So
We're good at rowing.
yeah, you're
We are.
fucking great at rowing. So
That's part of my
timer should
strength
reset.
and conditioning.
Okay, so the boat, and there's actually a bit of you're going against the current. Just so you know that. So the boat, and you guys are going. And where are you going on the boat?
Over to the high dock.
The dock.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you get the boat. It's not a huge lake anyway, and you're rowing like fuck. So the boat goes. You get the boat over there.
If we're going against the current, are we best off just floating them down and being in the boat with the bombs?
Let's fill bombs, and let the boat drift down.
Or look, it's only as Phil said, it's only a foot or two of water anyway.
No,
Like,
at the
whatever.
edge,
No,
at
it's
the
not-
edge, at the edge of
Oh,
the
the edge,
water.
okay.
Yeah, you don't know how deep it is. Jim fell into it at one stage, and he did have to swim.
Yeah.
Jim fell in around here. It was deep enough there, but there was only about a foot or two at the edge.
From the last one, I remember even just preemptively when we started flooding it back up, Jim cast water breathe, so everyone's able to breathe underwater for still. It was 24 hours when I cast it.
And it's
So
only been an hour.
if
at
we
max.
capsize or if we have to swim our way out, whether or not we'll be able to swim quick enough, but we won't drown anyway. We might just be exploded.
So we starting to fuck all these bombs onto this boat.
Sounds good.
Yeah,
I think. Is there any quick way of doing it?
it is going to take you a while because the horses are as close to they can be, but it's going to take you like 2 people, so you're going to have to make a assisted strength check for each barrel.
Well, I'm going to be one of the people carrying the barrels anyway.
Yeah.
Okay,
Just-
so
I'm
you
no
and
tears here.
okay, so
Who's the
you
next
and
highest
two.
strength?
Torvi. Torvi's the strong. Is the other.
So
Halfway to.
okay, so
Adam's fairly strong as well, right?
okay, so Adam
he's
and
physical.
I don't think Torvi was that strong.
Adam is strong enough.
Okay, so if you want to
Tied
start,
to the +4.
if you just want to start doing your strength checks, the 2 of you.
Right, mine is
11.
7.
Plus. Okay, so you try and lift the first barrel, it doesn't work.
Maybe Jim is thinking maybe you like sort of like deep heat. Maybe their muscle. It's quite cold down here.
Yeah.
Maybe the muscles are a bit tense. So as they're leaning over the barrels, he's just going to point. He just cast burning hands on them and the barrels just to warm them up a bit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Do you want to try that again? So roll your d20s.
Yeah.
I can't really help.
Right,
11.
An unnatural 20.
Okay, so the first barrel you get a barrel onto the boat. So you
Yeah.
1 barrel on now.
Roll again, do we?
Yeah, keep going. I mean, more of you can help. Like, you don't have to be.
Can
just
I?
two of us.
Jim's going to try something. Jim is going to.
21.
Bad idea.
Okay, so there's 2 barrels on
He's
now.
going to say, I'm going to try expedite the process.
We'll do one.
And he's going to spend the 3rd level slot. He's going to touch one of the horses. and cast fly on it. Whichever one it still has the 2 on it, whether it was Bill or Ben. And
Okay.
he'll say its name,
Right.
and he'll say, it's sort of like floating. He's like, right. He's hoping they get it. He's gonna say,
I am onto the boat.
go to the organ.
Okay. Okay. So yeah.
And I don't know if the horse is even gonna.
19.
If it tries to move, I don't even know if it's gonna know that it can fly. But
Okay.
Me and Tom lifted the barrel field.
Right. Okay. So roll your d20.
No, I got a 16 and she got a
Okay.
19.
9.
Okay. So it's another barrel. So you've now 3 barrels, and there's a
I
barrel
rolled
on the
21
horse.
there. So what's it? What's that?
Oh my God.
I got 18. Oh, sorry, 19.
Okay. So there's now 4 barrels on the boat and one of the horses. Which
How's
horse
the boat
was it?
looking?
The boat is a bit lower in the water, but it's okay for it. Which horse did you touch, Ben?
at the time, it was
whoa.
whichever one. At the time, it was whichever one still had the barrels
okay, so
on it.
that was Bill. So
Yeah,
Bill is
Bill.
now hovering off, floating as well, off the ground.
Turn onto the boat.
And
Yeah.
it's heading toward, Bill is heading, as his last instruction, out the gap
Mm.
and floating along the gantry.
He's like, you have no idea how much I want to get on the back of
Yeah.
What's
Maybe
this thing,
you should have left the barrels on. Okay, so there's 4 barrels now on the.
That was
on
his
the boat.
intention, was it?
Yeah, I know that, but the others kept unloading the horse as you did
Yeah.
that.
Um,
Okay, so Boaty McBoatface is now in the water a bit. It's going to take a bit of a push to get it out there because it's dug in a bit, but it's okay. You know, it's
Yeah, Adam,
not leaking.
Adam, did you say about tying the horse to the boat? Yeah.
Tie the horse to the boat.
Okay,
Yeah.
you're going to have to run along. The
Oh,
horse
yeah.
is floating along the gantry now at this stage.
You just shout Bill and tell him to come back.
Okay. Okay, so it comes back towards you.
And I'm tying the horse off to the boat.
Okay, so where are you
So-
putting the line?
Well, I'm putting the line around the horse's neck and then basically just attach it to the front of the boat.
Okay, to the front of the boat. Right. Okay. So yeah. Okay, that's done.
Now, are we going to tell the horse to go over to the lady
Okay.
and then basically ask Lily and Larry to
Okay. Now
detonate the bombs?
look at the bar now. The music's really, the water is really getting chopped. Actually, the water is flowing so much now. The boat is actually starting to rock, and the boat is dislodging and starting to float away anyway, down where the water is. Unless you are physically trying to restrict it.
I think
Yeah, it was.
for now until we wanted to let it go.
Yeah.
We nearly
Okay.
had seconds.
Pull the explosives.
run.
Pull the explosives to the organ or to Quid.
Okay.
To the
Yeah.
lady, is it? Yeah.
Bill,
The organ.
Okay, Donica, Adam, you spot as you tied the rope on. The boat is going to be here in the water, and the horse is going to be above it. The rope is going to get fouled by that gantry,
Oh, for fuck's sake.
because the horse
Right.
is going to go over the gantry, and the boat's going to try and go under. So the boat gets as far as there with the horse, and it's now getting fouled. And the music
Okay,
is
so
rocking to a crescendo.
Right. I'm gonna run up and untie the horse
Okay.
and let the boat. Like you said,
Yeah, the boat. Yeah, the boat is
It
starting
wants, it wants to float down anyway.
So as soon as you untie it, the boat starts going down there. Yeah.
Okay, well, let's just ask Larry and Lily to detonate the stuff and let's get the fuck out of here.
Okay, so what are you saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, they're up here as well, and they go, "Ooh, they're jumping up and down. They're getting very excited." They say, even though there's water, they're going, "We don't like the water." So the boat is there, and they're there.
Will we tell them to jump in the boat and row it over to the organ?
Just say, you just say, explode them the boat when it gets. Make sure it's
Good.
close to the organ and to the lady.
Okay.
Lady.
So,
The mean lady.
so they jump into the boat, and I don't know if did you tie Bill back to the boat?
When it's through the
Be hovering around.
Yeah.
through the other side of the bridge.
So Bill is going
I'll say,
off.
Larry and Lily, the boat will keep you dry.
Yeah.
You know.
So
And wait to get to the evil lady before you blow it up.
yeah. So they're all heading down that way, and the music is reaching its crescendo, and everything is water's resonating. The water's getting quite violent. It's getting very dodgy on the gantry. So those okay, Jim, you're okay, but Tig, Dunica, and Tig, Adam, and Whacker, make a dexterity saving throw, please. You're looking for 15.
I got an 8. I got an 8, so I'm down in the water.
So Tig falls in. Dunica, you in the water as well?
16.
Okay, so you're just okay. You're hanging on the edge. Whacker?
22.
You got what?
22.
22. So you and Adam are hanging on to each other as the boat goes down the river, and you can hear the music is reaching its final note, and it's just reaching its last bit as the boat and the lads, and all of a sudden you can see Larry and Lily just locking onto the explosive, onto the barrels, and they go hot red. Sorry?
There's definitely nothing in the book. There's no pages left in the book. We can't.
Okay, so I don't know. You haven't looked at it since.
Open the book.
Open the book. Have a look at the book.
So yeah, there's no pages in the book. And they two of them lock onto it, and the last thing you see is you just see this blinding flash just starts emanating from where the boat is, and this ball of heat just erupts from it, and you can feel the air being sucked in towards it and the water being sucked up towards it, and the heat blasts out, and instantly Jim and everybody that's not in the water is just vaporized. Tig, what you can see in the water as everything above the waterline just heats off, the water starts boiling off, and the cavern above you just starts collapsing down, and you take a ridiculous amount of you're dead. So everything just collapses onto you. So and you can't see anything else either, and everything goes black. And as it goes black, it goes grey, and then you're standing on a shore, and you can hear you're in a fog and a mist around you. And out as the mist and the fog clears, you can see a raven coming down towards you. And as the raven approaches and starts to land, it starts changing into the form of Morrigan. And she goes, "We meet again, but this time you seem to have managed to avert disaster."
Did we?
Speak for yourself.
Not personal disaster.
Is there somewhere I can go by the phone?
You are in the other world. There is no signal strength here. So she says, yes, she said, you have managed to stop the awakening of Jormungandr. He sleeps an eternal sleep in his pit.
Can we go home now?
We're all dead, aren't we?
So she says, you have been dead before, and we brought you back. Why should I bring you back again?
Because we just.
We have unfinished work.
What is that? What is that unfinished work? Sorry?
We have to kill Bono and sort out our legal procedures with
Adam's got a sociology essay. It's due on Friday.
She says,
people will start and you again.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we'll tell the tale.
That's what I want to do. I'm going to write the book, and then.
No, you cannot. You cannot tell anybody of this, because that will only get belief in Jormungandr again.
Okay, well, I'll make him. I'll just write about you then. How great you were.
Yes.
You again.
So can you send us back so we have a pint in Kevin's?
It says, I have some very sad news for you. When you destroyed the caverns and you imprisoned Jormungandr, there was a tour overhead, and there was some people, innocent people. One of them called Paul Houston was in the tour, and he died a terrible and horrible bludgeoning death and fell through the ground. So your work at killing Bono has been completed as well. You may go back to Cavanagh's for one point, but your fate has been sealed when this adventure started. And I don't have to.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Game was bloody rigged.
So
Known.
and she fades off, and as she fades off, a boat approaches across from the river, and you are beckoned on board it to go to your eternal reward.
Do we have PDA?
I demand fucking go to Valhalla. I am not getting on that boat unless I'm going to Valhalla.
And the ferryman says, no, the Valhalla boat is the next one. It's just behind me. It's just behind me, missus.
Oh, hang on a second.
Just get on the boat, Torvi. It's Irish public transport. There's no fucking Valhalla boat coming.
Sorry, Adam?
Shouldn't I be glowing blue if I'm dead?
No, you only glow blue when you show back up on the material plane.
Yeah.
Ah! Brilliant. Cool.
Well, you don't perceive yourself as blue, you know.
Yeah. Okay, so
You look blue to me. When I'm looking at you, you're blue.
You're dead.
Class.
Yeah.
This is cool. I'm happy enough, so
yeah,
I'm happy into the boat.
Yeah. Jim will get on the boat. He's like, come on, lads. Go on, I'm buying.
Okay, so just to tell you what actually the backstory was there on that. So Jormungandr, was in the other cavern, which you could have taken the boat into earlier, and you wouldn't have really seen anything, but you might have sensed him. So the story is he never really wanted to be woken. He was just slumbering because he'd no followers. The cultists at the very start, which you would have, if you'd have taken different options, you may have discovered more or less of this. But the cultists were Kirkwood, because there was other messages and stuff which could have been found. Kirkwood scuppered the plan from 794. When the your casting broke, when Jormungandr didn't get incarnated in 794, it wasn't necessarily due to Morrigan. Kirkwood poisoned the spell, and because what she wanted to raise Jormungandr herself, and she didn't want Carrie and the Black Pig to get all the credit for it. So her plan all along was to thwart the original resurrection and then come back at some stage in the future and raise Jormungandr, and he would reward her for doing it. All the glory. It went wrong for her. She didn't expect you guys to scatter the cults across time. Her plan was to fail, kill all the other cultists in 794, and then restart the incantation. But that all got fucked up when everything got scattered across time. So she was watching for you, and she appeared randomly, but the dice roll was the 1800, so she ended up being most adventure. And there was a dice roll earlier on where I think it might have been Becky or someone did a good or evil thing, and there was a dice roll there where Kirkwood decided to present as good for as long as possible until she had an advantage. So yeah, her plan was to undermine it, and when she left you in the 70s, she took over the excavation of the tunnels and bringing stuff on and bringing the lava up to power the occult. So she was the baddie all along, and she was killing off the other cultists and thwarting them, and that's how Vigo ended up in the machine and stuff due to Carrie's machinations at one stage. So that was So she was always going to come up. The harp was always going to be a bit of a red herring. Apart from the fact I wasn't even sure how. Well, initially it wasn't. The harp was going to be powerful, but I wasn't even sure how the harp would work spell wise. You were never if Jormungandr woke up, you were never going to defeat him. He's a level 18 monster. So what you needed to do was bury him, stop the rites going on before he was woken up, and bury in the pit. And you needed to set off the explosives really anywhere in that chamber. I got worried at one stage because if you'd have done it where you were initially talking about, it probably wouldn't have stopped the chamber from collapsing. So so the horses were the key to getting the explosives up there around it. But so probably a bit of an anticlimax at the end of 9 months of doing it, but I wasn't sure what other way to end it.
I mean, it was quite literally an explosive ending.
Yeah,
I kind of had a feeling there was probably going to be like the fact that we kind of started off
dead.
So we were dead, and there was time to, it's quite,
I don't think it would have been in Morrigan's character. She's the goddess of fate. I don't think she was going to bring you back. I think she wanted you for her plans, and that was it. Really, she wasn't going to.
We were never getting a second chance.
No, I think she was.
We took him with us.
I was kind of obviously compelled to give the harp earlier on. That was in the text.
Yeah. So I'll just Ben will know this character, and Dunik will probably know it. Kirkwood is her stat block was Rakshasa. So they are now. She didn't have the backwards hands that Rakshasa. But that was her stat block. So she had 110.
Oh, that's why the spell. Yeah.
So Rakshasa has this ability to not, if it wants to be, it can not be discovered by other spells. So that's why your spells and all stuff failed. Rakshasa also
I thought it was. Yeah. What is it? She
has Detect Thoughts, Disguise Self, Mage Hand, Minor Illusion. She also had a Major Illusion, which was what she did, Major Image. So she was able to conjure Jormungandr as a spell. She can do that 3 times a day. She has Suggestion, again in innate spell casting. So you couldn't defend against her Suggestion really with her hits. She has a huge. Her spell save is 18 plus 10, like. Our DC 18 plus 10. She's Dominate Person, Fly, Plane Shift, True Seeing, Charm Person. Doesn't have much attacks apart from a melee attack, which does a lot of damage. So she couldn't really do anything once you're out of thing. But so she had a lot. So that's what she was using, and she was able to Plane Shift.
They're good. They're good, like villain. It's a good villain though, because it's very deceptive. And is it them or is it other ones with it? It's like they have. It's like limited. It's something like they're just immune to spells that are like 3rd level or lower or something.
A 6th level.
Jesus.
Yeah. So doesn't have many attacks, but has a lot of defense. And the challenge rating of the Rakshasa is 13. So it was going to be very hard to kill her without something like a big explosion. And she wasn't meant to be. Like, she survived hundreds and thousands of years.
Well, it was kind of like with Jormungandr. It was. I kind of assumed anyway the end of it you'd be kind of having to do like whether it was the harp or something else. It wouldn't be a case of I hitting it with my sword and then it dies until it goes down. There might be some other stuff for us to fight while there's something going on in the back, that we need to do.
Yeah. So I mean, all along I had it was that you were not going to, because Jormungandr kills you even as I know you were level 1, but his acid attack was something like fucking 10 d20s or something stupid like.
I assumed he just didn't even have stats, or it was just
no, there is stats from, but it's ridiculous like. So it was never going to be that, and I think it would have been silly if you suddenly had a special weapon that could have killed it. There were other swords and other bits and pieces that you could have found. All the ones that were in the opening mission were all hidden throughout time, but I think you got 2 of them. Dunica got the one of them, and Becky obviously got hers. So you've got 2 of them. There was another couple, So that was the loose plan of it. Obviously, some of it went off track at different times, in different ways. We never got the road chase in. In the 1970s, there was meant to be a car chase, which was a pity because you killed Carrie. Fucking died too soon, but it was what it was. So
good job.
So
that was great though.
So
that's awesome. Yeah, that was really good.
Yeah.
I know it would be nice to carry on the characters in something else, but especially the lightsaber one. But I think
I think it's nice to have an enclosed story like that and just have it like
it is. Yeah, I think
finality.
It's always better to have a as you say, of a conclusion, like a beginning, middle, and end.
Yeah. So the whole Mandy thing, which you didn't discover, she was abducted, which you could have found out, and down the tunnels by Kirkwood, because Kirkwood realised that the fuel source for the pumps was running out, so she killed her, but in the past, but hadn't hooked her up to the thing. She was trying to get the automatons to do it. So your one was killed for the purpose of getting connected up. She'd gone investigating at some stage in the 80s, I think it was, and got killed down there.
Time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So,
Mm.
and the watch, only really had one shot in it, to be honest, which he used all in one go.
Yeah, it's probably too powerful a device for us to keep using over and over and over.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
So it had 1 hour of use, and thankfully you used it.
Use it at the right time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
After
obviously,
plenty of telling us to use it.
I know. Yeah. I wasn't sure how that was all going to pay out with the watch and the harp, and the harp never really had anything. We never tried to play it anyway, so. But really, the harp was just to give you a reason to travel through time, getting bits and stuff,
Yeah.
And it was always a plan B if something else would have happened. There was some other
I
stuff.
thought Morrigan would have ended up playing it or something herself or something anyway. But
Yeah, I didn't want to have it like a God in the Machine type of thing, where it was just she'd come in and do it. I wanted you to do it, and the only I thought what made most sense was collapsing the whole chamber and knocking him out. I only discovered the timer feature on Owlbear today because I was planning on just using a watch to time it, but I thought it was nice when it came up that there was a diminishing bar. But,
I spotted that earlier on, and I was like, "What is that?" And I was like,
Yeah.
clicking on it in the whole lot, and I was like, "I don't have a clue what this is."
Yeah. So I was going to do it and not say anything, and then I texted Dunica to see could he see it like, but and then it was going to finish off, and then it was going to come up like the second one. I was going to say with the first one, so that you might spot it, but you wouldn't know what I was doing, and then it was going to be a case of so you'd cop it down for the second one. So the first one was 30 minutes, then there was a 15-minute, and then there was a 7-minute, which you just got in.
Yeah.
the first time I saw it, I thought because I think it was you were placing when like I saw it when I was like I don't know what that is, but then there was a certain point you were placing something on the map. And I saw that it was, like half of it was white or something, and I was like, "Oh, it's probably my internet's slow, and it's probably a loading bar."
Yeah.
Phil is putting something on the map,
Yeah.
Which I don't know why I thought that because there's normally the loading bar at the top of the screen.
Yeah.
I assumed my internet was so bad that it required 2 loading bars. So.
Yeah. Down the bottom of the map, there was lava and there was steam sprite things that could have damaged, and there was a pit. There was a monstery thing over here and a wooden donkey barrel thing as well. But you never got. There was actually they're still covered over. There was a couple of tunnels. There was a couple of secret tunnels as well down here. I think are they gone? So there was. I think you can see everything at this stage.
That's artwork for Jormungandr's class.
Yeah, isn't it? I can't remember where I got that. That was ripped off from the internet. So there was a couple of other tunnels and passageways and stuff. There was nothing really there was a couple of other monsters and stuff, but
I'll say one with the Black Pig, particularly, in the kind of latter half of the campaign, with stuff like going down into the sewers under Dublin and like that map and stuff. I say your maps and the way they're laid out and the kind of puzzle aspect of them were really really good. I mean, I wouldn't be able to put shit like that together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To be fair, like fair play with the with the pump, and you got to put the blood in the pump and turn on the generator.
But you know what? A lot of it happens organically. Thanks for that, Ben. A lot of it's like I go, oh, that's a nice icon. I'll throw it down there and figure out what to do with it. So I'd found those sci-fi ones, and to be honest, I looked. It wasn't all planned. I had the tunnels built, and I said like, how I was going to make this logic, and then I went, I'll have a generator. How's the generator powered? And I put the lights on it around the thing.
Yeah,
with just
it's not Yeah, like you said, I couldn't do anything that complicated. But even similarly, sometimes I'll just on the little map making thing, I'll build the map, and I'm like, right, I've drawn all that out.
Yeah.
What's going in here? I've got a little. Or do you know it's like Donica probably did similar thing. It's like if you see you're like flicking through the monster manual or something. You see a cool monster, and it's like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I have to use that next week.
Yeah.
How am I gonna?
Yeah.
How am I gonna justify this?
There was a lot of that, like the lava kids I had pulled up from something else as well, and I don't know. I've managed to lose their stat blocks, but
you know what? It might be. It looks kind of like Tomb of Annihilation. I don't. Oh, actually, I saw that because they did big announcement. Myself and Mike were actually talking about it just earlier today, actually, because they did big announcement. All the other new things. But speaking of the monsters, yeah, there's the new monsters of the multiverse. So it seems like they're collecting pretty much all the official wizards, or the Wizards of the Coast monsters after the monster manual. So like all of Volo's, all of Mordenkainen's, and then monsters from like standalone adventures and stuff, and they're putting them all into one book, and it'll have like 30 races in it. So it's basically going to be Volo's and Mordenkainen's and all the other monsters put into one big like.
Yeah, but I think what they said as well is that they're future proofing it. So it's going to have next 4 campaign settings that they're looking to publish within the next 2 years. So there's a lot of speculation that at least one of the 4 will be Dragonlance. So we'll find Dragonlance.
Speculation about Spelljammers looking likely as well. Then what? 2024 for the 50th anniversary. It looks like kind of 5.5 edition. They're republishing the core rule books and they're updating the rules. Like I'd say it won't be a full. It'll be like 3.5. It'll be some of the stuff they've changed, like optional class features. They'll probably make them official and things like that. And they're reworking a lot of the stat blocks for the monsters. They're taking away the spell slots on monsters, and they're changing it to. It will just say once a day they can do that, just to make it simpler. That you're not tracking spell slots for a monster.
Yeah,
that's fair enough.
So, it was
1974.
Yeah, mad old Dungeons
After
and Magic
all that,
Mage.
Jim was happy enough to be dead.
Yeah.
You're. I'm not hearing Phil. Is that just on my end?
Sorry, can you hear me there?
Yep.
Yeah. Dungeons of the Mad Mage. Lava Child is from.
Oh, cool.
So, I suppose, listen, guys, we'll wrap it there if that's okay.
Yeah, cool. Thanks very much.
Thanks very much. Ben is away and Mikey's starting his new job next week, so we weren't going to do anything on Monday. And then you're back to see Donica, are you?
I'm around next Monday, but then I'm back to see,
What might, if you want to continue, do you want to continue on doing the Mines of Fandolin even?
On Monday?
Well, not Monday because Ben and Mikey aren't here, but after that.
Oh, but going forward.
Yeah, I'd like to continue that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, Donica can jump in.
I don't think. Yeah, so I don't think we'll be finished. So we're gonna miss. Donica will be back after 2 weeks. I think we'll still be going with it even by the time Donica comes back, because we'll probably miss another week or 2 or whatever. So we'll just slot you in, Donica, at a sort of an appropriate level of a character. We haven't progressed too far. Actually, on that that mission in Thunder Tree or whatever it was last time, I actually had to modify it totally, because all you're meant to do is, all those houses were there with the stuff in it and the cultists, but if you ask the druid where's Cragmore Castle, he'll just tell you. So
yeah,
and that's basically what happened. You just went in there, you dodged things, and you asked him. So what's the book is meant to say? Yeah, he tells you. So you would have gone all the way up there. I'd have built the whole fucking town with dragons and everything, and you would have just walked straight back out. So that's where I said, that's fucking ridiculous. So the druid tell you to go off and find out what the cultists were up to. was to try and force that into it, because I was saying that's just stupid. Like, that the book.
I mean, I just assumed that was in the book.
Yeah, no, it goes there. It goes. The Mad Maid.
We've only ever played like the first 2 or 3 hours of it, I think, haven't we?
Yeah, everybody's only played the first 2 or 3 hours of it.
We did the Goblin Arrow, we did the ambush, and we were like,
everyone does.
Castle.
Yeah, everyone does that.
Because it was our first time running 5th edition.
But and it also says if you ask him where Wave Echo Cave is, he'll tell you. And you're going like, for fuck's sake, like, you know, it's bad. So that was how we ended up with the dragon, which is forcing us into the to go looking after the dragon, because that was a bit silly otherwise, like I thought. But
I have serious trust issues now after that.
Yeah. Don't think you missed it. The lads went up to a green dragon and just believed him. Everything the dragon told them.
What's wrong there?
Yeah. So
I didn't believe a word it said. My guy did. Because he's a kleptomaniac.
Yeah. He's not very good. He hasn't managed to fucking steal anything.
Oh, he's fucking awful. He's got terrible luck. I love it.
Pad's great. Pad can hardly walk with all the shit he's got in his pockets.
Yeah.
Be everywhere.
Yeah. I know. It's a good mission, and you know what? I know nobody really plays it because it's seen as the beginner's mission, the intro one. So everyone just plays Goblin Arrows and goes, we know how to play D&D. But actually, it's a good adventure. You know, it's actually a very good adventure. So
I do hear a lot of good things about it. Yeah,
I don't know what's the newer one.
Oh, the I Spy. Yeah, I see a lot of people. Sometimes people kind of stitch the two of them together, or if they finish. Lost
Well,
Minds.
a lot of you use it as a staging for kind of a longer campaign. They jump off of this.
Yeah.
Well, because all that I Spy a Peak event, like that's all around Fandolin and everything as well. So you could probably just throw a couple extra monsters. Because I mean, I know obviously same as Lost Minds, it's supposed to start at level 1, but you could always throw a couple extra monsters or whatever. And
I'm just going to stop the recording there.
Everyone
that's watching it, thanks for watching, and keep tuned for our next adventures.
Peace.
Okay, peace. Love is love.
Boom.